Alright. I never did check if that was okay. I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure it's fine. We'll fix it in post. And by post, I mean the weekly update, or the weekly upload of this stream to YouTube that happens 5 minutes before I start the next one. Because I'm lazy and then I forget. Is there like an auto export to YouTube? I need more automation in my life. I'm too stupid to live without it. Alright, what did happen to you guys last week? Besides all the stuff that happened to Jez, I vividly remember that stuff.
Everything happens to me every session. What are you talking about?
Start pushing Pyro first down the hallway.
I did, and he didn't go all the way.
Yeah.
He got scared and came back.
But it would have fucked the entire
Of the
campaign.
dark.
Not necessarily. Only if you fell for it. Then it would have screwed up the entire campaign. Alright. So, sure. Why don't we just get started? Previously on Dungeons & Dragons, you guys continued your trek through the tomb of the Nine Gods. You went into what turned out to be Papa Zodel's tomb. There you did some puzzles, fought some Skelemans, and Jez was eventually appropriated by the spirit of Papa Zodel. Papa Zodel. Then I think we discovered it was Papa Zodel, technically.
Papa Zodel!
But granting Jez some unique and awe-inspiring powers and a nice, fresh, tasty new flaw. From there, you guys moved along.
Do not outweigh the flaw.
From there, you guys moved along, had some problems. Jez drank some funny water that he took from some fountain you guys found earlier in the dungeon, and is now a boy. Because, why not? So, Jez is now a 4'10" tall man, named something similar.
Oh, I didn't.
Did you change, like, any part of your name to make it more masculine? Or is it
I
still...
changed it all.
Oh,
Don't
that's
you
a
remember?
lot. No, because I don't remember what the original name was.
Thought so.
It's not my job to remember your guys' names. It's my job to attempt to kill you over and over again. It says it right there. It's like front page of the DM's guide. It's like try to kill them over and over again.
Lord Cassio, Lucius, Gideon, Isaac, Harpel.
Probably could have just changed the one.
They're all female.
Or you could have just got...
Cassiopeia,
Everyone could just call you Steve from now on.
Cassiopeia, Lorelai,
I like
Gwendolyn, Isabella, Harpel.
Mancass is what I'm going with.
Hey, I changed it so that they can just say Cass. It works either way.
There you go. So, you guys eventually headed back upstairs to where you are now. You're back on the first floor. You decided to check out these hallways. Going around and looking forward up this hallway was a big adamantine propeller that seemed to take up like the whole hallway, like halfway down or more than halfway down, with some kind of chamber beyond. And then over here is a giant skull. A giant stone skull crusted with moss, jutting out from the end of the passageway. A flame flickering within each of its eye sockets, and a view into a chamber beyond could be seen through its open jaws. So what do you guys want to do? Channel.
Channel moved.
Well, we have
We
the north way, we have the east way. We also had a room that we could check to the west.
Yeah, further to the west, basically directly west of you, is the big hallway from where you came, where the devil face was when you first came into the tomb, and then further west from that was some kind of tomb beyond a big pane of glass. There's also the northern corner. Actually, you know what? I'll just drag this over.
Yeah,
In the northern
leads
corner
to
was
the
the path. Yeah, that was the passageway to the shield room that destroyed Jez's sword.
What didn't happen to me is more the question.
God, Jez, stop hogging the spotlight.
Don't forget that this is still part of a secret entrance.
No,
No, this is
we're
it,
back
right?
into the normal.
No, you guys are back in the normal thing.
Oh, are we? Okay.
Yeah.
All the secret entrance was. There is more to the secret entrance.
there-
Is that down the round stairs? But we explored pretty much all of the secret part of that.
Yeah, you guys left the secret passage to go into the like it.
Opposite
It
tomb.
well, yeah, well the big square room directly below where you are now, like that part of the stairwell is what the secret passage led into, and then yeah, there was still a spiral staircase that led down, further down.
I got a cat. 1 second.
That and from peering down from there to like down the thing from the second floor, you believe there is probably at least one floor below that, as far as you could tell. Beyond that, it's kind of uncertain until you go like lower down.
Well, if I were a supervillain, I would probably put all my fucking shady ass shit downstairs. That's just me.
I'm up here to check out the rest of the floor in case we missed something.
Metagame wise, a Serac likes to put his shady shit everywhere.
Oh yeah, you guys also did find a skeleton whose head was shaped like some kind of strange key. So you killed him and stole his head.
Right, we did do that.
That sounds like us.
Yeah, it was in the frog room.
Yeah,
Nang Nang's.
in Nang Nang's tomb with the big pentagram.
Go lay
The
down.
Marilyn Manson tomb.
So do we want to explore this skull thing first, or do we want to explore?
Do we want to get shredded or do we want to get crushed?
Well, we can see about trying to.
Well, skulls
get
don't
rid
crush,
of-
they eat.
We can
They
try to
eat.
get rid of the shredder.
Yeah,
You got that ranged ability.
or maybe I can.
Yeah. Be
It
most-
also, like, when you looked down the hallway, like, when you kind of glanced down there, it wasn't moving.
Yeah.
It was just a big stationary propeller blade.
It's either gonna turn on when we get through it, or even worse, when we're going to it.
Yeah. Want to go check that out first then?
And I feel like it's not going to blow us out of that room.
Great, let's go check out the propeller. What could possibly go wrong?
Go clockwise, I guess.
Yeah.
So,
Propeller A.
Which propeller B?
Beyond propeller A. Carved birds soar across the walls of this corridor. Blocking the passage near its northern end is a large adamantine propeller with 5 sharp blades.
I like
Right.
that we can see that they're sharp.
Yep. You can just feel how sharp they are from here.
I want to just break this one like right
You,
off the bat.
you look at it, then you look at your sword that
Oh.
Wacky gave you, and you're like, yeah, that thing's way sharper.
It's adamantine. I don't imagine it's
Try
gonna
to
break very simply.
Try to save one of the fins.
So you make a
You can
sword
use
out of
as
it?
a sword.
It's not spinning right now, is it?
Nope.
No.
It's just sitting there.
What is it mounted on?
It seems to be on a probably just some kind of big. Like it's not so much like mounted as there's a big spoke in the middle that's probably just kind of hovering in place.
So we're
Okay.
basically, this is inside
What's-
the Leviathan.
What's the spoke made out of?
I'm gonna say also adamantine
Okay.
until I end up reading something that I passed over before that contradicts me. But
It's made out of cheese.
I'm gonna try to
Damn
blast
it,
one of the
cheese
blades with an
again.
eldritch blast until it breaks.
Can we? I don't know what breaks adamantine, actually.
I'll try it. 4 seems to be working out.
I worked against shield.
You want me to roll it or?
sure. So your first one just fucking deflects off of a blade and goes careening down the rest of the hallway. The second one seems to catch it, like it seems to hit with purpose, but I mean, propeller's still there.
Want me to just keep trying?
I mean, if you're not gonna burn any spell slots.
Well,
ahead.
it's just a cantrip. Can I do? Do I know what would break adamantine? Because I know it is a very hard metal.
Give me just give me an investigation check.
I'm gonna keep blasting.
I'm glad I have a +5.
So Wacky's just firing things down the
Yeah, I'm just
corridor.
gonna keep shooting it till it breaks.
Like, they're pinging every time. Like if one of these pings off of a blade, it kind of rings out like if you smack like a school bell with like one of your keys, and it kind of just goes like bing, and then like echoes out throughout the hallways.
I don't think it could be any worse than the horn of the Thunderwave from last session. So
Wait. Do you want me to silence it?
you don't have to. I think that you guys made plenty of noise last time, so.
Yeah, but that was in a different room.
So I'm okay. So if you're going to continue out, you can stop rolling. After about 15 minutes or so of plinking at it, you finally see like one of the things kind of fall off.
15 minutes, Jesus.
Yeah, based on the average of your rolls so far, like what was your
Average
that?
5, 6. And hitting
That's
probably
lots of
half
that.
the time.
So you spend another 15 minutes beyond that, and you manage to finally kind of just blast all 5 of the spokes off of the propeller, and they're all
worked.
just kind of sitting on the ground now in front of it.
So the thing in the middle is just like a little stub.
Yep.
Yeah. You still might
Well,
want
it's still there. It's still there, and it's got these little tiny jagged chunks that are probably
Right,
sticking out
yeah,
like a few inches.
Yeah.
So if we get close to it, we could really do some damage.
Do you want me to go forward first?
Yeah.
That is
yeah, I do.
entirely up to you.
Just in case it magically regrows and sucks you in and eviscerates you, I'm gonna step over to the side.
Yep. Just as tired of things happening to him.
I'll start walking towards it.
Sure, I will also step to the side.
Yep.
Would it make you feel better if I played you a song?
So as
Sure, I'll give you bardic inspiration for this, just in case.
So as you start walking, like as you step into the hallway, the little thing in the middle starts to spin and spin and spin and spin, and it begins to just, you can hear it kind of like zzz, as it's making this really like high-pitched whiny sound, as it doesn't have its nice big fancy blades attached to it anymore. And as you continue on through the hallway, the thing just starts going like full speed, like just crazy fast.
Oh, so it gets worse the closer you get to it.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem so much that as it seems to just take some time to get up
Oh.
to speed, and you imagine
Right.
probably it takes time to like once whatever triggers it stops triggering, it probably takes some time to spin down too.
Guys,
It doesn't have a break on it.
We could have saw now.
Right.
Like,
But-
seems fine so far. I'm not dead or hurt.
Are you just standing in front of the blade right now?
Yeah, I walked towards it. I got.
It's just
Which
it's
which
just spinning
square are
there.
you on?
Oh, I'm gonna be on this square.
And so
Okay.
he's standing there, and the thing's just whirling and spinning in place. Now that you're close enough, you can see that it's being held up in the air on like a big cement post that just kind of blends in with all the like floor and walls and everything. So it made it really hard to see it.
Well, he seems to be fine, so I'll follow behind him.
Yep.
Or behind Dusty,
You all-
actually.
You also see that there
I'm not
is.
helping up yet.
Oh wait, I forgot that you said I will also go off to the side. Okay, yeah, I'll go up behind Pyro.
Yeah, so there's plenty of room for you to kind of get around it in the big space that was allowed for the blades.
I'm gonna collect the metal.
Yeah, is it like in
Remaining.
pieces or is it like 5 long blades that
There's
we have now.
there's 5 long blades for the most part, but they're pretty bent. Like they're
Probably
all kind of
useless for
kinked
now.
in and all over the place from the repeated shots from Wacky's like 100 or so Eldritch blasts that she had to shoot to break these things off.
But they could probably be forged into something.
The blades are. Do I actually have a? So the blade is probably about 5 feet
Oh, that's-
5 feet in length.
That's a big blade. That's a lot bigger than I expect, actually. That's a great sword blade.
Basically.
Shame about the lack of.
Alright.
I wonder if you can make bullets out of.
I could look into the
Adamantine.
Yeah,
room.
that's
What do I
about
see?
right. No, you guys are going past, so moving
I
Yeah,
guess
we're
I'll-
looking into the sides.
I'll take one of
Oh.
the blades because they're bigger than I expected.
Oh, they're
Okay.
Huh. This
So-
looks familiar.
Yes, this is correct. A deep pit opens up at the entrance of the tomb with a stone sarcophagus resting at the bottom. A snarling monkey-like creature decorates the sarcophagus lid. Beyond the pit, 3 treasure chests sit on stone daises. The chest on the left is carved of black onyx. The middle chest is of rusty iron, and the chest on the right is cast of silver and glistening with frost.
So Wongo was one of the ones you said you wanted to avoid, right?
I say we don't fuck with the chaotic evil one.
Yeah,
As a
that
player.
that seemed like the one that would really fuck us, but I wonder what it is.
Luck, I guess. Just have me do it.
Do we have anything on this? Any hint?
Yeah, it's kind of glancing down to the pit seems to be about 20 feet deep. Like the
Oh.
pit to the sarcophagus below.
well, we know if Jess falls down there, he won't get hurt.
Yeah, but I can't get out of it.
Yeah, that's true.
I will actually walk up and meet everybody else.
Yep.
Uh,
Is there a
Oh,
plaque
God.
anywhere that we could potentially read?
Nope.
Since I think the first warning relates to everything on the first floor, and second warning relates to everything on the second
Oh,
floor.
yeah, you're right.
The enemies opposed was the door. One stands between them is probably Unk in the door. In the darknesses hides probably that first skull. Don't know what don the mask or be seen. Speak no truth to the doomed child, or the keys turn on the inside only. One of those 3. Or none of them.
When we looked into the other room right at the beginning, there were things wearing masks, so that probably belongs to that room.
Okay.
Does anyone see a child?
There's no children,
No.
just chests.
Just you.
A man.
He's just a child-sized man instead of a man-sized child.
How do we even get into this room? To the rest
I
of
mean,
it?
We could probably just tie a rope
You
to
could jump.
the.
Oh,
I-
I'm great at that.
I can jump pretty easily over there. But what we can do to get down into the hole for you guys is we could tie a rope to the post with the fan.
Yep.
And that'll dangle down into the pit and you can just climb down.
Yeah, you should have enough rope. Yeah, you'd have
or
enough rope to
we
do
could
that.
have like the rope. We could tie it around so that when it spins, it just pulls the rope.
Well, it's you guys are still
Probably just chop it up.
like it is still spinning right now. Like you guys like, glance back and it's still going.
Yeah, you want to put your fingers near it? So that'll be an easy way down into the tomb for you guys.
Well, this would be a way back up, back the way you came.
If
Doesn't-
those chests are sturdy enough, we can do another rope over there.
Well, the chests also look pretty big. They're about 5 feet wide by about 3 feet deep and about 3 feet tall.
So we could do
Like,
another.
they're
rope over
almost
there.
like casket-sized chests. If not like a little, not quite as long as a casket, but give or take casket-sized.
So like children-sized caskets.
Yeah, sure, child. You could use that for a child
Reference.
casket.
Well, we found our children.
Well, we'll just have to
That's
lie.
great. So far.
So, do we want to tie a rope?
Do we even want to go down there?
Should at least check it out.
Yeah. So we'll take someone's first rope and tie around that pole and lower ourselves down. I'll just jump down. Actually, what is my vertical jump?
Don't expect me to do anything. Like, I'm gonna need help getting out of
Well, if
there.
you're trying to jump across, like, it would just be regular athletics check.
Sorta.
Why, do
For
you
me.
get a special thing for something other, some other dumb bullshit? Some other
Yeah.
weird magic-y bullshit?
Yeah, weird,
Goddamn.
magic-y bullshit.
Goddamn weird magic-y bullshit.
You know, Dusty could probably get across no problem, so I'm not even worried about him.
Yeah, that's why I went to go make myself some food. I don't need to worry about this shit at all.
you turn back and
I-
Dusty's just like making a sandwich. It's like, where'd you even
I
get
will-
the stuff for? Never mind.
Take 10 feet. I'll walk 10 feet back. And then I'll cast jump on myself. And then I'll jump across.
Okay. And number of feet up to your strength score. What is your strength score? Oh, what is
10.
jump? Just doubles your jump distance.
Triples.
Okay, yeah, so you're fine.
I can jump 30 feet.
You jump to the chest.
That's great, Cass.
And then I'll get you guys to toss me the other rope because my rope doesn't behave.
Yeah, maybe like
Yeah, like
maybe hand something over or something.
Pyro and Dusty could Misty step across if they really were so inclined.
Oh yeah, I guess we could.
But that's a
Oh,
waste of a
yeah.
spell.
Yeah, it is a waste.
Yeah, but you do know the Misty Step seemed to work just fine the last time they tried it, so you would imagine there's nothing wrong with Misty Step.
Fuck.
I mean, as far as
Fuck.
you can tell.
I read your chat. Man, if only Jez still had his lightsaber.
It's not my fault.
It's a Sarek's fault.
I didn't put that shield there.
Okay.
You want to blame someone? Blame Chris Perkins.
So yeah, I'll take the other rope and I'll tie it around the middle chest
Okay. And
and dangle that down into the hole.
okay. Yeah, you got enough to do that. It is like a long chest, but I mean, you only need. That's about half the rope, and yeah, you got enough to dangle down to the bottom of the hole. Sure. So you got a rope into the hole on one end and a rope into the hole on the other end.
Yeah. Okay.
Good. We could just go.
So,
What do you mean, just go?
Like,
Yeah.
no, I mean like I was expecting something to happen there, but I guess there's nothing.
I don't know. Seems to be fine.
I didn't get
great.
There seems
I
to
didn't
be
get-
no sort of anti-rope tricks or traps triggered.
I didn't get bad juju for touching the chest, so
Nope.
should be fine.
You didn't get
Alright.
nothing happened dangling ropes into the hole either.
Alright, let's
So, yeah.
check out the sarcophagus then.
So you guys can check the sarcophagus out down below, or the chests, or
I mean, if we're heading down to the pit, let's look at the sarcophagus first.
I really
I'm gonna
don't feel
prep a
comfortable.
firebolt in case something hostile comes out of the thing.
okay.
Yeah, I
you
really
you
don't
going
feel
down too, or are you
comfortable
waiting at the top,
into
Dusty?
the-
waiting at the top. Fuck
Okay.
that.
to like mess with the sarcophagus when we know the last one triggered like
Yeah.
skeletons to start
Who's-
like pouring out of cauldrons.
Who is in the pit then? Like Wacky is and Jez is, I'm assuming. Pyro, are you down in the
I
pit
would
too?
s-
No,
I'd
I
still be
am-
up top, but
I
Is
am not
just
in the
Wacky
pit.
in the pit? Cool.
I can come down if she wants me to, or he wants me to.
It's up to you. This may, if it's my death, and it's also your death, consider that.
Yeah, true. I'll just jump down. I'll jump
Ah.
up
all,
10
or,
feet.
all or nothing.
I'll
All or
jump
nothing.
down 10 feet so that I fall 30 feet and do nothing.
I thought it was only a 20-foot pit.
Yeah, but I jumped up 10 feet
Oh.
just to make it more dramatic.
All right.
What I will do is I'll go down into the pit and then I'll come back up onto the other side. So I'm on this side now.
Yep.
That's where I just was.
So like
I just want to look at it.
as Pyro
I'm
gets
gonna
down into the
follow
pit, he's like, "Don't touch it! Don't touch it! Don't touch it!" And he runs across the pit to the other rope and climbs up.
Sounds like something I would do.
Don't touch
kinda.
it! Don't touch it! Don't touch it! Okay, you can touch it now.
I'm just gonna be here in case something starts like spewing out of these chests.
Perfect.
That
That
way.
way it all eats Pyro, and you all have time to run.
Exactly.
You guys look at
Hit
the
the chest
sarcophagus. So you see that is like got a stylized carving of
Sea monster.
it's some kind of strange monkey type thing. It looks like this fanged clawed monkey. Does not quite look like the little koala thing that Pyro seems to be so deathly afraid of.
Fuck that thing.
It's not a Zorbo.
I know it's not a Zerbo. What did Wongo do again in the story?
He definitely fucked with the lawful good one.
So you
That night,
also
a sea monster broke
see
into Utah's palace and stole a pail of water from the Omuans. When the god came running to find it, the sea monster hid the pail into Jakuli's
Oh.
burrow.
no, that is what you see. You see a stone sarcophagus with the stylized monkey thing carved into the top of it.
And he was gonna eat the Jakuli. Because the Jakuli told the truth.
Maybe we should go look at the chest now. I thought there was gonna be more.
Okay. We'll scramble up.
Unless you want to just crack it open, which I don't think would be wise.
Well, I don't know how. I'm not very inclined in finding traps.
I don't know. You seem to find them just fine. Like,
I'm not very good
face
at finding
first.
traps before they go off.
Well, that's fine. You still find them. That still counts.
So we got an icy chest.
Onyx chest and a rusty
Hey.
chest.
Yeah, you have. Where'd my description go? Yeah, a black onyx one on the left, a rusty iron one in the middle, and a silver chest on the right, glistening with frost.
Well, he stole water. So I wonder if it's either to do with the icy one or the rusty one.
I could touch the frosty one with my sword.
I touched it with my hands.
Yeah, but my sword does cold damage, so I could touch it with cold. Or we could get artists to like do some ice shit.
accomplish with that?
Uh-huh.
I mean,
does cold damage against the chest. How is that helpful?
let's check.
Who knows?
I want to check. Since no one other wiser than me, I'm gonna check the rusty one to see if there's any like triggers to when it opens
You mean like you want to check it before you open it, or you?
before.
Okay. Blah, blah, check. Perception check.
Yeah, I'm gonna check the frosty one.
Okay. Also perception check. That
I'll
seems
look
fine
at
to
the
you.
last one then.
I'm by
Also
the way, I
seems
just
fine to
got back
you.
the entrance.
Also seems fine to you.
I'm preparing firebolt. Still.
Dusty's he's just pointing in all directions at once, like back and forth between all three chests.
Every 6 seconds, his hands light up, getting ready to
So
throw a fireball.
all three of you kind of peruse the chest you're in front of and look it over, and you all kind of look at each other and shrug, and it's like, oh, seems fine. They don't seem locked.
Are there like
Okay.
keyholes?
Nope.
You tied the rope around the rusty one. Maybe you should open that one first, since you touched it and nothing happened.
Okay.
Yep.
Fine, I'll do it. I'll open it if it makes it feel better.
A little bit right now.
Okay.
So
I'm feeling a little bit naked without my sword.
Wacky flips up the lid, and inside is nothing.
Awesome.
On closer examination, you see there is a small, probably about 3-inch long gold key embedded into an adamantine lock in the underside of the lid. So, like, inside the underside of the lid is like this adamantine kind of block with a keyhole in it, and there's a gold key sitting in it.
So it opens
And
from
I-
the inside.
And I try to pull it loose.
Seems to be stuck.
Okay.
You pull it, try to
Keys-
turn
the
it,
keys
nothing
are on
happens.
the-
The key just seems
Turn
like
on the inside only.
Yeah.
it seems like the key's stuck in place by something.
Oh. I think I know what we're supposed to do. I think we're supposed to get in, close it, then turn the key.
I don't want to. I think that's what we're supposed to do, but I don't want to.
We may be able to cheese this
With a mage hand?
with 2 mage hands.
Don't you have
I
to
don't-
see to be able to mage hand, though?
Oh, if it's on it.
Can you like hold it and then close it and then mage hand? You know, like
This is use your action to control the hand. You can use your hand to manipulate an object, open an unlocked door or container, stow or retrieve an item for an open container, or pour the contents into a vial. It only disappears if it's 30 feet away from me.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
my-
open the frosty one.
Seems to be the same thing.
Oh.
Empty, if not but for a key
Okay.
in the lid.
I don't
Saying
want to risk
You're saying you have to get inside.
and probably close
The
the
chest.
door and then turn the key.
That sounds awful.
Which either
Okay.
means something's going to open up and people that are outside are going to get it fucked. Or the people inside the chest are going to get fucked. Or more likely, both.
Yeah.
Or maybe neither.
Well, I mean, we don't have a lot of
Wait,
options.
wait,
so...
would we be able to mage hand it? Because you have your 2 mage hands and a sprite, so...
If it, I don't want to kill. I don't want it to kill my sprite because I do not have the materials to resummon it.
Okay.
No, I think she means the thing in the cage.
No,
Yeah,
no.
I have
meant-
2 mage
no.
hands.
Yeah. Like, we get the 2 mage hands from...
Doesn't Dusty
I
have a
guess-
mage
Actually,
hand?
Dusty has it too, doesn't he?
Dusty has one. I have one, and I have the ghost one. But I'm a bit worried about the ghost one.
Why?
I don't want it to kill it.
I don't think it can.
I don't think it would.
Well, Dusty, do you want to try mage handing?
He calls
Do-
down the hallway.
What do you want
Do
me
you-
to do?
Do you want to try putting your mage hand on the, let's say, onyx key?
What?
Oh God. I'll wait for him to get over here so he can actually hear me. And I'll put my mage hand on the ice key and the ghost mage hand on the ghost key. On the ghost key, on the rusty key.
What do you? I can't hear you. What do you want?
I want you to come over here.
We're like, come over here
What?
now. Jesus Christ, Dado.
Can you talk into his mind so he can hear?
Dusty, I think Cass wants you to come over here and we're gonna do
What
something
you
with
need to
keys.
do is fucking shout, my doggies. I'm trying to fucking RP over here, okay?
Trying to RP that he
Jesus
went to go
Christ.
get a bowl of cereal.
I
Far
was-
away.
I'll
I was-
awaken mind him.
I
once
was-
Cass asked me to.
All right, fine.
I was
I will.
stage
I will
shouting.
Misty step over.
No,
No one
you
wants to
don't.
play along.
There
you
are.
need a-
No, they don't want you to
Over
misty
here.
step over. I think they want you to,
You don't have to waste a spell. You can climb down the rope and
Okay.
up the rope.
or you can do that.
I made it
I'll
very
do
easy.
that.
Although, yeah, no, it's more than 30 feet, isn't it?
Across?
Well, I mean,
no.
I don't know if this is the scale.
No, it's
No.
pretty much to scale.
It's 25, so technically you could
you
make it.
could stay over there if you wanted to.
You just stand on the edge and just hope that the ceiling doesn't close and cut you in half.
Well, I mean, you could say that about like any part of this dungeon.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's more likely to happen in doorways.
It's not really a
Yeah, I'm just gonna
doorway.
look
It's more the
up
end
real
of a
quick.
hallway.
How many holes are on the wall?
Holes in the ceiling.
All right, I'll be. All right, I'm right here now. Which one do you want me to do?
Onyx one.
All right. So I will be standing back here and doing it.
And I'll double mage hand the other two.
So you're gonna like mage hand into the box and then close the box?
Like, grasp the key. And
And then like
close the lid.
Karan and I will like close the lids on each of them.
Yeah.
And then, when they're closed, turn the keys.
All at the same time.
Okay. So
Like a nuclear launch.
So you guys cast your mage hand, grip onto the 3 keys. Wacky and Pyro close the lids, and as the lids close, Wacky and Pyro, give me perception checks. Since you guys are right there. So you guys are able to tell, like, as soon as you get the lid 100% closed, you hear, like, a sort of a dull click. Like some kind of mechanism catch when the thing is completely shut. And Jez and Dado, you guys feel your mage hands just kind of blink out of existence as the thing's shut completely.
They're
anti-magic. Weird how that didn't work.
Hey,
It could have. It was a good idea.
I mean,
I
you're
don't
all
know.
still alive, so that's
Yeah,
a win.
Exactly.
And,
You didn't waste any spell slots, and you're all still alive, so...
I'm gonna try opening the one of the chests.
It's open. Still key there.
Couldn't lock.
it probably locked for a brief second.
Did what lock?
You heard there was a dull click. When
Well,
you
yeah,
closed
he heard a click when he closed the thing completely. And then then you open it up, and the chest is empty. Key's still there. Looks exactly like it did before when you opened it before. Key is still stuck in place.
Get in there.
I don't think we should.
Yeah, Dusty, let's get in. We've already put Cass through so much. Not fair that he.
You want me to go in? I'll go in.
Which one are you getting into?
Oh, don't worry. Take your
I
time.
open.
So
Okay.
Dusty gets into the middle one.
Gonna give Dusty bardic inspiration.
We haven't taken a long rest yet, right?
Nope.
So my
No.
mage
Sure.
armor is still on.
Yep.
Do we want to be spinning these keys at the same time, or do we not want to
No,
be doing
probably.
this at all?
Or do you just
Not
want to do one at a
particularly.
time?
Let's just do one at a time.
All right.
Close me up there, Billy.
Well, you're able to like close. You could close it on your own, but
I can do it.
I'm gonna look down at the sarcophagus while they're doing this, see if anything changes when the key turns.
So Dusty's in the middle chest. Who is in what other chests?
No one.
Just Dusty for now.
Oh, okay. Because you guys were like, we're gonna turn them all at the same time, but only one
Yeah,
person
so
got in
if we
one.
wanted to.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep an eye on the sarcophagus in case something changes.
Yeah, so you're gonna get.
You guys are muted.
I am. They're probably all gonna do damage to us. So we should probably figure out what damage is gonna happen. Like, the ice one makes sense. But what is the rust gonna do?
Just because I've had
Stab
bad
you?
experience with this, it'll probably rust
Get rid
your armor or metal stuff and make it not
Oh,
usable
perfect.
anymore.
Dusty's the perfect one to go into the rusty chest then.
Let me take all your stuff that's not metal. That is metal. Just so you don't...
Why do you think I picked this one?
I don't know.
Do you even do you have any money, Dusty? That's probably the only metal I think you would have on you.
It would just be the stuff in my backpack,
Oh,
Yeah.
you could just dump your
which I
backpack.
would not bring in there with me.
You probably wouldn't want to bring it in there anyways, because it's gonna be kind of
Yeah.
a tight fit in this thing. You're gonna have to like
probably
tuck your
also-
knees in and.
Fuck all the buckles. The fuckles.
Yep. So you guys put Dusty in the box, close it, begin to saw it in half. Do whatever other magic tricks you want to do. So do you want to get him? Is he going to turn the key? What's going to happen?
Did you hear the same click when that was closed?
So yeah, when you guys close the lid on Dusty, it makes the same click, and Pyro's like, "Yeah, I did that last time."
We didn't die outright.
We're
so
like,
that's
Dusty,
good.
are you still in there?
Dusty, nothing has happened to you yet. You're just now in a pitch black.
Yeah, where the hell
Metal
else
box.
am I gonna go?
Wait. Do we have a whole bunch of potion of vulnerabilities?
Yes.
Did.
Did?
I would
don't
imagine you
have
still
one,
do
you're
because I
asking
don't.
for me.
I have one, but I thought there was more than one. Unless
Yeah,
it
it
was.
was
There was, but we used them.
or
Oh.
like someone no longer with us. Has
Yeah,
them.
or
Oh.
Bones had one. I don't
Yeah,
have mine.
Bones probably had one. So I got one. So, what one do you think would be best for me to die in?
None of them. Let's just do one. Let's just try this one and see what happens first.
Okay.
Yeah, but it might not even turn without them all.
Well, we won't know until we try.
I suppose it could also be one of them is the one that needs to be turned.
I'm tapping the top of the chest. Dusty, just turn the key.
Alright.
Okay. Dusty turns the key, and Dusty, you feel it like just it clicks over to the left, and you can hear it make like a little chink when you've like turned it enough and activated something. Wacky staring at the sarcophagus, you notice a small rusty iron button has appeared on top of the sarcophagus.
I'm gonna try opening the chest.
It does not open with the key turned. Like with the key engaged, it doesn't seem to want to open. It seems to be locked now.
We're like, you're
We have
stacked,
to go-
Dusty.
You
Go
lock the
push
key.
the-
Yeah, what
don't
else
we?
is new?
Try
gonna-
like spinning
gonna-
the key again.
Um.
So you got
Oh, you wanted to undo the key?
Yeah.
Is he able to?
does he want to? I mean,
But we're waiting for you.
What do you want me to do?
Spin the key again.
What?
Spin
Open
the
it.
key the
Yell
other
loudly.
way.
Okay.
I turn it.
and you hear it kind of click, and then Pyro like rips the door open on you, and now there's like a bunch of light spilling in your face, and it's kind of bright. Not a lot of light, but enough. But the light from like everybody else's shit going off in the room.
What the hell are we doing?
Is the button still there?
Nope. As soon as that lid opened, it seems there's like at some point in the opening of the lid situation, it seemed to just magically just poofed out of existence.
Oh no. I think I understand.
You need all buttons.
We
And
need,
we
we need
have
to
to be
press the
stuck in.
buttons. And it's probably gonna do something to whoever's in the chest.
Murder.
Oh, I don't like this room.
Who said
Well-
we have to mess with
Yeah.
Wongo anyways, right?
I don't
Well-
know if this is gonna be worth it.
We're halfway through this. We might as well keep going.
Do we want Wongo to possess any of us, though?
We don't know
Like-
what he's got. Fine, we can leave.
No, there was. Wanted to see if Papa Zodal had anything to say, but he doesn't. He doesn't have anything specific to say.
Fuck you, Papa Zodal.
He's like, no, I'm lonely. Bring
Hey,
more of my
you guys-
friends.
Did you guys know that Ebley liked to eat shit? Papa Zodal told me.
That sounds like the thing that they would do. I believe Papa Zodal.
So what are you
Sorry,
guys doing? You got Dusty lying in a cramped little box.
What are the chances that one of these chests just fucking disintegrates one of those? That's what I'm worried about.
I feel like the most likely one.
Convince
to
one
do
of your
that is
NPCs to
Onyx.
climb inside. Then you got 2 expendable NPCs.
Too bad we didn't have that lizard.
Sebastian.
A lizard couldn't turn a key.
So the frost one probably does ice
Cold.
damage to you. Anyone resistant to cold?
I don't think so. Well,
Artist.
maybe one.
Oh,
I don't think he'd be thrilled about that.
no, he's
And I would
probably
rather not we kill our NPCs.
But
So he's got a really nice ring.
but he's like
And
He
a
can
nice
touch-
dagger.
he can touch ice, and it doesn't cold him. Doesn't freeze or burn
We're
him.
like huddled up talking about this in the room, and we just all look at Artist.
Well, Artis and Dragonbait are probably back in the hallway. They've been kind of giving you your space unless you needed them.
We may need him.
A lot of the time, they
very
kind of hang back a little bit to kind of watch your back, so nothing just kind of sneaks up down the hallway on you, and to let you guys sort out your shit.
No, let's just leave Wongo alone.
Yeah, you know what?
But
Maybe we should
You
just
you
leave
do
Wongo.
you do suspect that Artis would probably have some kind of resistance or immunity to cold based on all the shit you've seen him do, and the fact that
He
he
would
has a
also
thing called the
have a
Ring of Winter.
resistance to getting into the box.
I don't know. Why don't you try asking him? You guys never even asked him. He came into this dumb tomb with you in the first place. He didn't want to be here.
Listen, if anyone's gonna be possessed by the sea monster, it might as well be me, cause
No,
I've already got
No.
shit. I've already
No.
got shit.
no, we're leaving. This isn't. I'd sooner go fuck with Nang Nang than fuck with Wongo right now.
Okay.
This isn't worth it. Evil monkey's not worth it.
Let's leave.
You hear the bird voice in your head say, "Evil monkey's totally worth it."
Evil monkey replaces
Wongo's. He's like, well, no, Wongo's great. Give him
What
to
is
one of
that
your
guy? He's
buddies.
crazy.
you. Evil monkey.
Wongo and I
replaces
used to
you.
go drinking all the time.
Wongo's better than
He's
Emily.
a bit of a weirdo, but it's fine. He knows how to have a good time.
Does he have any like special things he likes to keep on him? You know, like your amulet.
Yeah, you don't think that the bird carried around an amulet of health?
Amulet of 85 health.
So I guess
Um,
if we're leaving, then I'll wait for everyone to leave, and then I'll take the rope down and jump
Yeah,
down myself.
I'm like helping Dusty out of the box. I'm just turning everyone around like, nope, we're leaving right now. We're gone.
This is some bad shit right now.
This is some bad mojo.
We'll find Dusty some nice unk.
Okay, you guys will get to the end of the dungeon and realize, like, shit,
Weapons.
we need like all 9 of them. Now what?
We
Well,
only
it's a shame,
have
it's a shame we
7
only
of
had
us.
6 party members.
Well, maybe there's some
Wait,
other catch.
can my sprite be possessed?
I don't know. You'd have to try it and find out.
My ghost friend wouldn't work. I don't
Yeah.
think. I especially don't think my rope friend would work. So yeah, after
We're leaving.
everyone
We're gone.
after everyone
Ooh, yeah.
leaves this area, I'll take the rope off of the rusty chest and jump down myself and then climb up,
Okay.
so that we still have both ropes.
We could have just jumped across, and we could have just gotten the second rope.
I'm sure that's probably. I'm pretty sure jump doesn't last very long.
I think there's
Yeah.
a place you could sit down for half an hour.
I don't know.
Why?
Yeah, jump only lasts a minute.
Oh.
So
I can only do that once a day.
yeah. So
I'm running low on bardic inspiration, so
grab ropes. Well, you guys should have used your bardic inspiration to do things in that room.
Yeah.
You guys looked at everything, figured out how stuff worked, and then you left.
Yeah. The potential casualty rate was not worth the psychotic monkey.
we don't need to open the chest and find out that Dusty is gone somewhere. Or ashes.
Oh
or the
yeah,
other.
one of them could have just
Or
been
is now
teleported into
30
the
years
field.
old and virile and has a strength score of 25.
Alright. Gold hallway.
Now calls himself the Rusty Iron King.
The skull hallway. So do we want to just look into it? to
Yeah.
see the room beyond?
I'll peek.
Do you want to like tie ourselves in case it sucks us into its mouth?
Sure.
So,
We like
peering
tie
in,
ourselves to the balcony.
peering into the like the big mouth. It's probably like a 3-foot diameter or so, maybe a little bigger, sort of crawl space into the room beyond. You see skulls crusted with dried mud glowering from niches cut into the walls of this tomb. A stone sarcophagus stands at the center of this chamber, its lid adorned with a coiled serpent carved in relief. Behind the sarcophagus, resting atop a marble pedestal, is an ornate crystal box with a small humanoid skull floating inside of it.
That's probably the kid.
I'll do this, because you guys are technically peering inside of it.
So this is Moa.
Yeah, this is definitely Moa.
Moa's good.
Moa. Oh wait, Chikuli? Yeah, I guess Chikulis are the snakes.
That snaky thing.
Moa is good. He was too
Moa's-
honest to lie.
Moa's very good.
Are you interested in Moa?
It's better than like
I think it'll be better than
Longo.
your Papazodal situation at the moment, or Wango.
So, I don't want to be mean, but you probably have the best lying skills out of all of us.
Yes, I do.
so not you.
Oh, okay.
I just know if we have to lie to this, I can't say shit because it'll find me out. It'll
Yeah.
find everyone out,
I
except for you.
can do it.
Don't forget.
No worries.
Well, I guess Wacky's the only one that knows that she is still suffering from her madness and has disadvantage on all ability
yeah,
checks.
but I think disadvantage isn't gonna matter too much.
He's like really good at lying. But
You
why
know what?
do we want to lie to this
Because
guy?
the Asarek's first warning says, "Speak no truth to the
Okay,
doomed
real
child,"
quick.
and there's a very small
I
skull.
want to look at the skull that we're peering into right now.
The
Yeah,
big
we're
one?
not even in the room yet.
Just make sure it
Does
checks
it look
out.
like it's gonna eat you? Is that
Does
what
it
you're
look
gonna?
like-
Yeah,
I
the
don't know.
big skull?
Yeah,
The room entrance.
the entrance. Yeah. Like maybe it has like a mechanism or something on it.
So, you looking at it,
push the
it seems to
tongue into
have...
Yeah.
It seems to have, like, some kind of hinge on the jaw of it.
That's exactly where you didn't want the hinge, wasn't it?
Yep. This thing is probably gonna close on us if we go in there, or while we are going through it, even.
We could. What if we jam it open?
Good. What do we have that we could jam it open with?
We have giant blades of adamantine.
That's
Does that
true.
work? Do you think that'd work?
You'd have a bit of a tough time, because the blade's, like, 5 feet long, and then the mouth's only 3 feet wide. You could get it, like, on the narrow part of the blade, but that's only going to hold it open, like...
Do any
few
of you
inches.
have pitons? They are the
Don't think
go-to.
so.
They are the go-to jam open button.
Any what?
Pitons.
I have an explorer's pack. It's not in that, is it?
I don't.
I don't think I do either.
It's. I know it's in the Dungeoneering pack.
Yeah.
No,
Where
it's not
is
in
that?
Explorers.
Wait, no, she would have had the burglar's pack. What's in the burglar's pack? 10 pitons. We have Watch's gear. There's 10 pitons in there.
Oh,
Oh, neat. There you go.
Perfect.
and a hammer.
And a hammer.
Alright. Yeah, I mean, the only thing that she ever really used out of there was her fucking
Ball bearings.
bag of 1,000 ball bearings, so... that worked out really well for us.
So, Can you suss out a place to jam it open? Like in the hinge?
How would one
Am I
do
able
that?
to?
You just look for the hinge and jam the pitons in an area so it can't open or close anymore.
Alright. I can do
Sure.
that.
Give me an investigation check. You think you find a couple places you could kind of wedge a couple pitons in? Seems like it'll hold.
I hate
I'm not-
language. Seems like
Seems like it'll hold. Seems fine.
I'm not an expert on this stuff, but
I mean, the spiky thing with like hinges on the sides of it doesn't seem to be a trap.
Yeah. Can I look?
The 1-inch diameter holes in the wall seem to be fine.
Can I look into the mouth to see if there is a pressure plate on like inside the mouth?
Perception check.
That's about
Seems
right.
fine.
Yeah,
Seems
I
just
have
seems
advantage.
like stone floor.
Doesn't he
Oh,
get
yeah.
advantage?
Oh, that's right, you do. Yeah. No, it just seems like stone floor. You're certain it seems like stone floor.
The only
Papa's
time,
coming in with the save.
the only time Papa Soda will help, and it didn't help.
and it
Well, it changed from a I don't know to a certainty of the thing that you
Yeah.
looked at.
Definitely not a pressure plate at the bottom, like that you'd walk over. So I don't know what
Damn,
would
I can't
trigger.
see.
You said the eyes are on fire or something?
Yep. The eye sockets have a little flame in each one of them.
Is it like a magical flame, or is there like it's a sconce inside?
Well, it seems like just like a little flame.
Do you want me to snuff one out to see if it? I don't know what that
Sure.
would do.
Snuff them both out. Why not?
I will snuff one out.
Yep. So you use your prestidigitation and nothing happens.
The flame just keeps going.
Yep. Flame ignores you.
Okay. Yeah, it's magical flame.
Who wants to be the first one to go through this death trap?
I'll do it.
That's the spirit.
You got that -3 to bludgeoning and piercing, which is undoubtedly is both.
Well, no, there's no spiky teeth. It just seems to be like regular
No
skeleton
canines.
teeth. No, it's just mostly flat skull teeth.
So 9 damage.
God damn, you're clicking things on my mouse.
Remember, don't tell any truth if the skull starts talking to you.
Well, maybe I should go first then.
Is it gonna start talking to me the second I get in there?
I don't know.
I don't know. We haven't tried yet.
You guys are all just having a powwow around the mouth of the skull.
Fuck it. I'll do it.
Yeah, then you go first.
Yep. So you watch Wacky kind of crawl into the hole, and as she like kind of like passes through the mouth, you see one of the two flames in the eyes snuff out.
Only two of us can go
only
in.
2 can go in. Who do you want the second person to be? Can
What's
you try coming
stopping
out?
you from misty stepping?
Probably
Being
not.
cheap with his spell slots.
Talking to me?
No.
Well,
Well,
Okay.
you
Both of
too.
you.
but-
I think it was most specifically towards Pyro, but sure.
Well,
Alright.
If the
Listen,
Misty
I don't-
Step fits.
I don't have any misty stepping ability, so I guess I will go through normally.
You're
Sure.
gonna be the other person?
So
I was
Jez
gonna
crawls
say
through.
I was gonna say let's have Wacky crawl back out first to see if the flame would come back
Then,
on.
then we might only
but
have
if it
one
doesn't,
in.
then we might
I
only
think
have
it's
one.
implied that we don't need to do that fucking test
Okay,
every
fine.
single time we do something. Just
So
to- just
Jez
keep
crawls
things
in,
going.
and the other eye snuffs out.
This is where it probably eats you.
Yeah.
That's what we put the batons for.
There's not a guarantee that that's gonna work.
You can test out the
I'm
batons
not-
if you want.
I'm not great at this sort of stuff.
I cannot heal your legs if they're on the other side of this teeth.
I don't have regenerate yet.
Yeah. Later on, I could put my
Oh,
legs
God.
back on,
So
but you can't.
as you guys kind of right yourself in the tomb, you both hear a little girl's voice in your mind. And she seems to be like crying and kind of panicking. And you hear her say, "What's happening? Why can't I see?"
Oh, good.
I'm gonna immediately, like, shut up. As quiet as possible. This is not my area.
They're inside the thing, right?
Yeah, we
Yep.
can't hear it. We don't
Yeah.
If
hear
I
it.
told
Okay,
her
I
she's
was
been
gonna say.
blinded, that's probably gonna be true. If I told her she's in a dark room, well, you have light, don't you?
Yeah.
We're in a dark room.
She says to you, "Where am I? Where am I? How did I get here?"
Right.
Like, you see her, like, as she talks to you, you can tell her voice is becoming more and more panicked and terrified. Like a little child lost in the mall. A dark, scary mall that's completely black.
And it's full of little
And full of graves.
holes in the
undead.
wall.
Well, she can't see that, obviously. She said she can't see
Yeah.
anything.
That makes it a very scary mall for us.
Oh boy.
Think on the fly.
Like, as you guys are continuing to just kind of stare dumbfounded at the skull, she starts to like panic more and more. She says, "Please, are you friends of my father? Is he looking for me? Please take me to him." And she starts to you hear her start to like kind of cry and
We're sort of in the same predicament as you are, but do what we can to get you out of here.
Do you
Just-
need to be
we
making
just-
the
we
checks
just-
right now?
We just
By
need
the
you
way?
to calm down.
she,
I mean, I'm lying to her.
she's like, "Who are you? Like,
You just
where
need
are
to
you?
calm down.
Come, like, it's like what? It's like come to me, like I'm reaching for you, but I can't find you."
We're working on that. I don't want to talk to her. Oh god.
You immediately regret being the
Yeah.
bard.
So as you continue to stay silent, she starts like crying harder and harder.
Yeah.
She's starting to kind of go into hysterics at this point.
You guys get in here.
We'll find your father. What does he look like?
So after a few seconds of kind of choking back, like crying and that, she tells you that she says that he is husband. He is husband to Napaka. She's my stepmom. She was the last, or she was not the last. She's the queen of Omu.
Oh good.
She married my father. I don't get to see him much anymore. Like he took me here to this strange place. And now all of a sudden I'm trapped in the dark. Where is he? Where's my father? And she starts kind of like panicking. And you can hear her like starting to talk like faster and faster, and she starts like sort of calling out for her father like louder and louder and more hysterically.
No, I read chat again. A druid would be great here.
Shut the fuck up.
Everyone hates me. I can't say anything because I can't grab her.
You know, like we don't see anyone in the
I'll
room with
yell
us,
out.
right?
I'll yell out the skull face, and I will say, not my skull face, the entrance. I'll yell out, "Look for the Paka's husband,"
None.
and then I'll tell the little girl skull that my friends are going to get your father now.
Give me a deception check.
Yeah. Oh, it's open.
I actually forgot to get you to roll one for the last thing you said too.
Oh,
That's
don't
my
worry.
bad.
I'm good.
So she says, "You're lying. You don't know my father." And she starts to get like just even more hysteric, but now it's
Oh.
angry.
Great.
And then you see
He
the
didn't say
voice.
he
Your
knew her.
the voice
You
begins
were.
to shriek in horror as the skull's eye sockets flare with green flame, and with a
Green
shattering
flame.
crash, the crystal box explodes, and the
Oh,
skull
shit.
levitates into the air. And it is time. Roll initiative.
Well,
I
guys,
knew your dad. His name was Greg, right? It was Greg. Greg from
Funnily
accounting.
enough, her dad's name isn't actually in here. Her
I'm thinking her dad is a Serac.
Yeah.
I
Or
don't.
possibly-
No.
I don't know about
I think
that.
it's Greg.
Ooh,
My
Yeah,
initiatives
Greg from
always
IT.
suck penis.
I lost
I
us.
used to have such good
There we are.
initiatives, and now just
I got a good one.
trash.
Artists. Dragonbait.
Now you're an old guy.
Artists 11. Dragonbait 7. They didn't roll so good either. Little tiny skull that seems to be wreathed in green flame.
Oh, we already said green flame, so it's not gonna.
Yeah, that's fine.
Neportak. Not that anybody asked the little girl's name, but her name is Neportak.
Well, we know her mother's name.
When
I
grandmother's
forgot
name.
it already.
I meant grandmother, but it's fine. It's kind of the
Oh.
same thing. She's got.
It's like your mother's mother.
Yeah, it's all relative. Ha ha! There's a pun for
I'm
you.
not very good at calling little kids. Me too.
Evidently not.
No.
Just needed to not roll a 1.
Well,
I
you
mean,
just
maybe.
talking.
So wacky.
This is the skull that was on the sarcophagus.
Yep. Well, not on the sarcophagus, in a little box beside the sarcophagus.
Yeah, it was.
It was mounted on a thing.
Hmm.
Like I mounted on a thing beyond. So sort of like at the head of the sarcophagus.
So we know where they're at. So do we want to see the room? I don't know.
It's not gonna matter. It's a square room with little tiny like holes, crawl holes that. I mean, you want to go crawling in there? I ain't gonna stop you.
I tried to zoom into the map and it zoomed out my browser.
I take it that reason is probably not gonna work out here.
Yeah, you
So-
think that it is past that point.
Yeah.
That is your.
Sorry.
You aren't sorry, right? Roll a deception check.
Whoa, this die rolled too much. That's a save. That's a save. Yeah.
Wait, there's more than one thing here?
No, I just said it twice for some reason. How much damage you do? 18. Oh, is that at the start of its? I could never fucking remember.
At the
It's-
start of its turn, it takes the damage, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay, whatever. Then at the start of its turn, it will take 9 damage. Whatever.
I gotta reload because.
Pyro.
Do I wanna jump in or do I wanna Misty step in?
I say Misty Step. We don't need you getting stuck in that thing's mouth right now.
Alright. Misty step in.
You sound disappointed.
That's level 2. That's all my level 2 spell slots. So boom. Jump in. I'll step 2 as close as the skull as I can.
Yep.
And then however much further I need to move to hit it, I will do so I can get up to it.
Sure.
That's not gonna hit, is it?
14 is just barely gonna hit. Yes.
Good news, it's not a demi-lich.
25 is a hit.
But it also is probably undead.
So, is it? Do I get my extra D8s?
It looks like a skull. I mean, you didn't really perform any kind of check or anything to see if it was undead.
Well, my talent will give me extra D8s anyways if it is.
That is also a good point. Sure. As metagamey as that is, but sure, the thing seems to do extra damage.
It's a floating skull.
Yep. Yep, it does seem to be a tiny floating skull. A tiny floating child-sized skull. Was I supposed to give her extra AC? Because she's super tiny? No, I wasn't. No, I wasn't. Nepertak. Well, I mean, there's only one thing that there's only one thing that she's gonna do. Fireball! At all three of you in the room. Dexterity saving throws from everybody.
I'm not in there.
No, you are not.
+3s.
Oh,
mean,
I'm
from
not
the
gonna
ev-
need it.
We don't need it.
I will use my reaction to take no damage. For being a shield master.
Good dexterity saving throws, people.
I was gonna say, like, where did you get evasion from?
Shield master. I can only do.
Oh, that's right.
reactions. I impose the shield as my shield.
Um, 20. How many dice was that? 21. Ooh, 21, 20, 31. 15 fire damage each.
Oh yeah, and I have like 85 health now.
So, Artist Simber, not entirely sure what to do, kind of like glances at the mouth of the thing and asks the people inside what you want him to do, because he can't seem to get a shot from out here. He's kind of got his bow and he's like almost lying on the ground looking into the hole, and he's like, "Yeah, this ain't happening. I can't use a bow like this. This is not how bows work."
Because you're muted.
Probably best if he stays out.
Yeah, him and Dragonbait.
Okay. Dusty.
As good as they would be, unless they can teleport in.
He's like, "You told me not to use teleport."
The little teleports, like Misty Step. I don't know if you have that.
He doesn't know if he
No
has it either.
teleport's bad.
He's pretty sure he doesn't have Misty Step. He's also pretty sure this is a monster manual and not the thing that his stat block is in. Strangely enough, he is not a monster.
He kind of is. He's got a monster stat block. It's just in probably your
He's
book.
not a monster. He's neutral good.
A
He
unicorn's
does
a
not
monster.
have. He does no. He has Dimension Door.
Yeah.
Yeah, nope, not that one.
Don't teleport.
He yells into the
back.
thing. He's like, "You want me to use Dimension Door? I can get me a
No.
Dragonbait in there."
No.
It's like, okay.
If you do, choose the right nostril.
He's like, "I don't understand, but sure." And then it's Dusty's turn.
You'll know.
Oh, no.
So Dusty, you kind of peer in through the skull mouth, and you see kind of some flitting in there, and you just saw basically saw some flames kind of spew out the mouth a little bit,
Yeah.
which seems a little concerning. You kind of look in, and you're like, you see probably Jez and Wacky, like you see them standing near the mouth of the skull, and that's pretty much all you can really see.
Yeah, I think by the virtue of the fact that I just saw a giant fireball go off, I just kind of exclaimed to myself, I guess,
It's like they've got it.
It's not going too well in there, huh?
Maybe
Why
it's
not,
going really well.
No, no.
Maybe they
We solved
cast
the
Fireball.
Usually fire is something that happens when bad things are happening. Mm-hmm.
Misty Step.
Mm.
Unless you want to climb through, go ahead. The skull is probably going to chomp you in half. I
kind of want to do like an action roll through it,
Old man dexterity.
but I kind of don't at the same time.
Just
If
10
you-
minutes. Have 10 minutes passed since the chest room?
Yes.
I don't do it.
No, I'll just where's the skull right now? Is it literally right here?
No. That's a ignore this
Yeah, I
skull.
know, that's
It's
fake
the
one.
egg.
Oh, it's the egg. Okay, and you guys
It's
are
a
where?
baby skull.
I'm beside it somewhere.
Yeah, it's
And-
it's flitting around in the room somewhere, right in front of
Yeah.
Pyro, and then Wacky and Jez are you can't see anything past Wacky and Jez essentially. You kind of look and you see their legs.
So
You
you
might-
guys like right here?
You might
Pretty
see
much.
us wreathed in green flame, but that's about it.
Okay.
Yeah, the other flame was red.
I'll
No,
miss
from the
step.
skull.
Or
the skull
I was
is-
gonna say,
skull
you
is
can hold
green.
your action until Jazz moved and maybe you got a shot.
Oh, you're just gonna
What, like
shoot
shooting
in?
a firebolt through the skull?
Yeah. Is that?
I mean, I can't see.
If artist can't shoot in,
Mm,
like
yeah,
this
I forgot.
this thing is probably
You're
in the
looking
way
through a
too.
tunnel that's like 3 feet off the ground into a room that also has a big stone sarcophagus and a bunch of people and
Oh,
a
shit.
skull like the size of this, like just floating around going nuts.
Yeah. I will misty step in right here.
Sure. Poof. You misty step in.
That's all I
You
can
see,
do.
Not an
It's a
action.
bonus
it does.
action.
It's not a. Yeah,
Oh,
it's
it
a
is
bonus action.
Okay.
You just can't cast anything other than a cantrip this round.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you see this little skull wreathed in green flame, just flittering around in front of Pyro.
I'll do some quick math for you. Maybe not a firebolt.
Yeah.
No,
Well-
man, Firebolt
Well,
will be
Jafar
fine.
hit it pretty easy, so.
So
I'm out of range to do any cantrips that'll do damage to it.
You can walk.
yeah, you can still
You
move.
still have your movement.
You still have
yeah,
your
that's
movement.
true, I do have my movement. Okay. I will walk so that I am approximately 9 feet from it,
Okay,
and
you can puke poison at it. Isn't that your thing you have is poison spray or something?
yep.
Old man smell or whatever it was.
Is that what it was? Old man smell?
Yeah.
With a
I changed it back though.
Oh.
Hang on. It is. I gotta reset it up because I haven't used it in forever. 2d12
Con
now.
saving throw, I'm assuming, right?
Yes.
Because it's poison. That is a fail, so roll whatever your poison spray damage is going to be.
Neat.
Which will be
Sure.
at least twice what it used to be.
2d8?
Because it's probably 2d8 now. Because all your cantrips
It's-
went up at level
It's a
something.
D12. I
Oh,
believe.
that's right, yeah, because it does more because
It's a save.
it's a saving throw.
Yes.
Oh, I'm thinking of the
2d12.
one that. I'm thinking of the other poison thing that hits multiple things.
Making sure.
It's like acid splash.
When you
That
hit
I
5th
have.
level, it becomes 2d12, so roll 2d12 damage.
Yes.
Ooh.
Sweet.
Nice. So your poison just washes over the skull, and it doesn't seem to affect it even in the slightest.
I'm done.
That was a lot of turn for that.
Well, we want to make sure that he had it all set up and ready to go for the next time we wanted to use it.
Daggerbait, stay out there too. Unless you can teleport, but I don't know if you can.
Dragon Maid just kind of looks at Artis and shrugs, and Artis kind of shrugs back, and that's the end of his turn. Jez, it's your turn.
Make sure no one climbs in here.
Okay.
I will.
Artis sticks his hand through the skull to fucking give you a thumbs up. No, he
Don't do that.
He doesn't do that. That'd be funny.
Chomp.
Was it the hand with the ring?
Can I do a quick? I guess it would be religion. Do I know if this skull is particularly resistant to non-magical damage? I guess no one's
Religion
ever
check.
seen it. We probably never ever seen one of these. Anyways, like, does this look like something that I might have read about?
Yeah, you've heard of things that people call flame skulls before. Little
Usually red.
animate flaming skulls that shoot fiery thingies at people, and
See them in Barovia?
No, we didn't.
I can't remember if you
yeah, we
Because
did.
the temple has.
We
flame
heard
skulls.
about them. I don't think we ever went into that room.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah. Never mind then.
we didn't fight them.
I was waiting for you guys to open that door and try and fight them so you could get, like, triple fireballed. Yeah, no, you... you know that cold fire and poison, due to the fact that it's undead and due to the fact that it's on fire, don't seem to do anything to it. And things like lightning and necrotic and piercing damage don't seem to really be all that effective on it either, but other than that, I mean,
Piercing?
you can't... Piercing. It's a little tiny...
So-
it's resistant to piercing.
In general, so not even magical piercing.
Yes, piercing. Yeah, you don't remember reading anything about non-magical weapons.
This is fun. Let's see.
You also know that an adamantine sword is also a magical weapon anyways, technically.
But it's piercing.
What, a short sword?
Yeah, short swords are piercing.
Yeah. I have piercing, rip radiant, piercing, piercing as I go through all my weapons. I guess I'll just draw.
I mean, it'll do some sort of damage, won't it?
Yeah, but I was gonna shoot it. That would have been cooler looking. Yeah, I'll draw my sword short and slowly walk up in sadness. Just go,
And you hit it for a little bit of damage.
I feel like I probably can't trip it.
No, because it is flying.
A little bit more damage.
There you go.
Little bit more damage. And then part of you
Can't
secretly
decide.
wishes that Pyro had just
Have no
divine smited it and saved you guys all the trouble. Wacky go.
You're all on my moonbeam right now, aren't you?
Ah, that is true. Yes, both of you give me Constitution saving throws.
Well, at least you're good at that.
Or
Yeah, you're gonna fucking jinx it.
You get +3.
so you guys both save, so you take 9 damage.
Yeah.
9 damage each. Radiant damage.
No, I haven't.
I know.
Um,
Well, whatever.
Do you want me to keep it up? Or... Because I'm just gonna keep...
Can you-
I'm-
Can she move it back enough that it wouldn't affect us and just keep
Oh,
the
yeah.
skull in it?
Okay,
Yeah,
I will
just-
do that.
Center it not on us.
Yep. Ah, that's bad. Ah, that's bad.
Pyro. You hit it, and it is dead.
Alright.
You hear in your mind like a little girl scream out in pain and terror as you just cleave this little skull in half, and it just kind of drops to the floor.
I'm sorry.
Sorry.
Liars.
Alright, anyway, where we?
That one wasn't a lie. I'm literally sorry.
Not her fault. Blame Sarah.
Well, I would say it's a better fate, but it's also going to the Soulmonger.
Yeah, that's why we're gonna blow it up. So,
Then again, she probably wouldn't have liked it either way if we told her if her.
Do
that her
I know
parents
they
are
come
probably
back in a
dead.
day? With that 18?
Yeah.
Then I don't feel as bad because they'll probably come back.
Yeah, you think you remember something about the fact that they're sort of bound to return to whatever.
Well, that's unfortunate.
And you imagine that a Sararak would have probably done something like that anyways to... Or he's got like a whole pile of little girl skulls like in a room somewhere. He just goes and grabs another one off the shelf and puts it in there.
A Sarek said to the Omuan, "Give me your firstborn." Why?
It's like that area in Futurama when they like open the back room and all the heads and jars are all like lined up on the shelves. It's like that. There's little glass cases with skulls in them.
Alright, where were we?
You just gotta like put on some kind of brain earmuffs when you walk into that room, though, because oh man, you don't want to listen to
I'm
that.
really worried about what all these little crawl spaces are for.
Yeah, they seem to be all these little tiny holes. Like they're not very big, like several inches across, give or take. So there's like no way you would be able to fit in there, even like if you were just like a little midget, even more of a midget than you are.
They're like snake-sized.
Oh, snakes can fit into all sorts of holes.
I
There's
could
many different
prob-
creatures that can
So-
fit into those
I
holes.
might be able to scout with my sprite, but that's risky.
Yeah, I think we're good. Let's
What
just.
what was on the sarcophagus other than the box and the skull? Or sorry, the wait.
Carving of a snake.
Yeah,
The only
jacuzzi.
thing that was on the sarcophagus.
I feel good about Moa. Let's try this one.
Who wants it?
We're gonna let Cass touch it first.
Whatever it is.
Yeah, whatever it is. Alright, can we try to open it?
So you open it,
Yeah.
and inside you see a bundle of faded cloth. It's a very long, narrow bundle of just kind of like faded cloth that looks like it's kind of like wrapped in like a circle.
Like a staff?
There could be a staff in there, but it's like just this long bundle of cloth that's just been kind of like rolled over and over, and the cloth just looks really nondescript and faded and crappy.
I guess I will be the designated picker-upper of this bundle. And unwrap it.
So you unwrap it, and inside you just kind of like pull the thing, and spilling out of the cloth is a staff with a snake's head at the top of it, as well as a bunch of like little thin bones, tons and tons of these little thin bones that look like snake bones.
It's all yours. Give it a try.
I'll touch the staff.
Okay, do you want to forego your saving throw?
I'll let this one.
Alright, I'm gonna roll. Okay, so you feel a tug of war in your brain, as it feels like two opposing forces are yanking at your soul itself. And then finally, you hear a voice inside your mind. You see green smoke billowing out from the staff, coiling around you like a serpent. And then the voice whispers in your ear,
Still
yes,
here, bitch."
let me help you. I promise to be good.
This one sounds even worse.
So you feel like a snake-like coils wrap around your mind as Moa takes hold of you. And Wacky, give me a charisma saving throw as Papa Zodal is ejected from Jez and has now taken over your mind.
Plus
+3.
three?
Plus 3.
17.
Yeah, I think she's still going to get hold of you. I gotta look up what the DC was. It's a high DC. Unless you want to save me time and just accept Papa Zodal into your
No,
brain.
thank you.
Accept Papa Zodal into your heart.
No, thank you.
To your soul.
Oh, I'm good.
It's the weirdest tomb ever. Okay, guys, let's all go get possessed.
Yes.
What you got there?
You hear a bird cawing in your mind like, oh, there's a lot more space in here than there was in the last one.
Are you sure about that?
And then, like, you hear the bird voice just say in your head, like, what is that? Like, what's going on? Why is everything, like, why are the walls moving? Like, what is wrong with your head? Why does it smell
your
like
stay.
snake in here?
Now you're touching everything.
Enjoy your stay.
So, Wacky, you now have a flaw. I bow before no one and expect others to do as you command. And you have advantage on wisdom checks, and you never take damage from falling. Jez, now with Moa inside you, you have a flaw that says, I must always speak the truth. that will override any opposing flaw.
You know what? Good thing it wasn't me.
While inhabited by Moa, you can use an action to turn invisible. Anything you're wearing or carrying is invisible as long as it is on your person. The effect ends if you attack, cast a spell, force a saving throw, or deal damage. So it's essentially regular invisibility. But you can cast it at will as an action.
Oh.
Oh snap! This is as much as he wants.
Yep. But you must always tell the
You
truth.
just could never lie, ever.
Good thing I didn't really have,
And then you also have a stick with a snake head on the end of it. That you could...
I wonder who that's going to.
you could...
we all want to find out what it is.
You left your Dusty on the other side of the room. Oh no, he teleported in here. He's in
I
here.
teleported in here.
That's right. So you can Dusty spend a minute.
This one
Is actually... At first, I thought it was a very familiar snake-like fucking
This one
thing.
is a penis.
So, you know, Dusty's able to tell you that it is a staff that can only be attuned to by a cleric, a druid, or a warlock.
Oh.
You can use an action to speak the staff's... It's called a Staff of the Python. You can use an action to speak the staff's command word, throw the staff, and the staff becomes a giant constrictor snake under your control. You can command the snake to do things, and then it turns back into a staff if it dies or you tell it to.
It's not the make an attack with it staff.
Nope, I was hoping it was, just because that's funny. That's the Staff of the Adder. Merrick's old fucking
Hey,
bite people with his
your bird
staff.
friend is upstairs now, just so you know. So we're not rid of him yet.
I've got a snake friend though.
I don't like snakes.
Good
I
thing
don't
I've
like
got it.
snakes.
You hear a voice in your head just say, I don't like this one.
This is perfect.
Snakes are just noodle boys.
I just look at both of you like you're both insane, just like you
One of
I'm
us
guys
already
is.
are far
insane.
and crazy.
I can't.
One of us is.
Oh.
Now I'm really weird. I'm really weird. I'm
Cleric,
really.
druid, or warlock, right?
Cleric, druid, or warlock.
Well, fucking great.
Well, it doesn't
does-
boost your magic or anything.
Yeah, it
you
doesn't
just
help
you
magic.
throw the snake. You just throw the stick on the ground. It turns into a snake.
Yeah, but I got.
It's
What do
a
I have
stick
right
to
now?
snake.
What do I have right now? Nothing.
You have.
You can still carry it and look cool.
You can
Yeah,
wear.
there you go.
You can wear your red wizard robes now.
That is also. You
There's
don't
a weird
think it's
wizard.
going to cause you a
Yeah,
problem
that
in
staff.
here.
You know,
Fear
I
that you
just
never
am not
use.
fucking around.
You also have the wand of fear
Yeah.
and the wand of secrets.
Well, Wand of Secrecy is to recharge.
Speaking of recharge.
Do you want the helmet of telepathy?
Oh yeah.
I'm not using it, so you may as well.
Wait, are you talking to me?
Yeah.
Hey, he's talking to you.
Oh, I thought you were talking to.
No, they're
I
riddled
mean,
with
I might
magic
as
stuff.
well. I literally have nothing.
Yeah,
Do
take
you have
the.
the red wizard robes?
You could have a little zombie boy.
Yeah.
A little zombie boy.
The helmet telepathy looks like that.
There's plenty of bodies if you tell.
He looks like a big dumb owl thing.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, my big magic thing is gone. So
Yeah,
Well,
just
wizards
drop
don't
it
really.
in here
There's not
for
a
you.
lot of things
Yeah.
for wizards.
it's like wand of the war mage.
I
That's
mean,
basically it.
it's almost like there could have been like some kind of crazy good wizard thing in like Wongo's thing, or possibly Nang Nang's thing, but nobody bothered looking in those ones.
You can always go back to Nang Nang if you want to.
I mean, couldn't get worse than Papa Zoodle, right?
He doesn't like me, so I'm fine with this.
No, the snake person doesn't like me. Doesn't like you. Moa doesn't like you
Alright, I have to attune to it, right?
because you don't like snakes.
Yep.
Yep.
I gotta attune to my snake friend too. Anyways,
So short rest.
Do we want to jump back out?
I'm worried that it's still gonna chomp us on the way out.
I'm gonna be like, you worry about that. Poof! When I misty step out.
I thought you said that was your last second level.
Levels 2 spell slot. Yeah, I have level 3s. One more. But I have them.
That could have
enough.
been used for like magic weapon. And
Well,
I
it
could
could have been used for haste. or Aura Vitality,
Do you want me to go first in case
or
I get
Protection
chomped?
from Energy.
I'll do it. I'll go first.
You actually have more HP than me.
I sure do.
Sure. So, Wacky begins to crawl through the skull, and you hear the sounds of what sounds like two small metal rods snapping in half
Great.
as the jaws clamp shut around you. 27 versus your AC.
I think it hits.
I forget what the damage is though. A whole bunch of bludgeoning.
Oh, the rod was our
Yeah.
batons.
The baton's snapping. You're going to take 27 bludgeoning damage, and you are grappled.
I'm gonna be like, "Hi, Karan.
Yeah,
Open it.
How are
hi.
you?"
So you
Ow!
see half of Charon, like sticking out of this like mostly closed skull mouth.
Force it open.
I'm gonna try to like rip it up.
You're gonna try to rip it.
If it's a
Like,
grapple,
Yeah.
I try to get out of it as well.
Sure. So at the beginning of your turn, you're going to take 5 more bludgeoning damage, and now you can
Ow.
attempt to make an escape.
Acrobatics or athletics.
Yep.
Does she get assist because I'm trying to push it?
I'm good.
I don't think she needs it.
Yeah. So you
Okay.
manage to wiggle free, and the thing almost closes shut on Pyro's hands, and then it just kind of clamps shut, and it kind of stays like that for a second, or not a second, probably for almost a minute, and then you see the mouth open again, and 2 flames appear in the eye sockets of the skull.
Perfect.
Enjoy,
You guys can
enjoy
both
the ride,
climb out.
buddy.
Yeah. I guess we could. I'll go out and wait for it to chomp me because I can't see the eye flames.
I imagine they're telling you that it's okay.
Yep. So Jez goes through, and one of the flames, poof, disappears. And then I'm assuming Dusty also crawls
And
through.
I will go through.
And then poof, the other one disappears. And you guys are now over here.
I feel like we're in need of a long rest at this point.
We're getting close to it. I
Feels
mean,
like
we've
it's been some time now.
we've explored quite a few rooms. I'm not sure how long it's been.
It's-
Really?
It's probably been several hours.
It's been
It's been
probably
a
a
lot of
lot of
encounters.
hours.
No,
Yeah.
not really.
Not really. Because, I mean, how long does it take to, like, walk from this room to the next room and then look at this stuff? Like, you guys probably spent 15 minutes in the sarcophagus room you chickened out of. You probably spent 15 minutes in Moa's tomb in total. Like, it doesn't really take very long to go through
Yeah.
a dungeon. The longest chunk of time you've taken is when you let Dado prattle on to Withers for like 2 hours,
Yeah.
talking about what he used to teach in history and all sorts of fun stuff.
Do we want to check out the Zorbo? Because I know someone really does not like Zorbos, and that's the last of the evil ones, isn't it? Or is the Zorbo? Zorbo's not
Zorbo
even
is neutral.
No.
Zorbo
It's
is neutral.
Chaotic. No, it's awful neutral.
Yeah, we've already encountered all the evil ones.
Hmm.
Sure, let's go.
I guess.
I mean, I would like to
Defer.
short rest before it, but
Yeah. Well, there's plenty of room over there with that magic fountain.
Was it
that
by
we
the
should
magic
drink
fountain or
from.
was it by the front?
It's by
Oh.
the front, but I think the only place that there could be a secret door is there or along this wall.
Well, in any case, it sounds like you guys are going this way, so I'm gonna go put you like here. So,
Yeah.
do you want to go down the main hallway?
Oh,
It seems
wait.
to have a glass thing you can look through on that side.
It could be in this hole.
I don't know if it is.
It's supposedly where the thing hides. I don't know what the thing is.
In darkness it hides.
Yeah. So you could possibly. Do you still have a dispel magic in you, Dusty?
I should.
or
Level 3, right?
yeah.
Oh yeah, we're good.
Then we might want to look into that hole to see if there's a path through there.
This? Or this?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that.
Skull.
Okay.
So there's like a darkness orb in its mouth, and we can't see through it. Just like every other mouth.
Then
Has a-
I will attempt to dispel magique.
Give me an ability check. Be D20 plus your. So yeah, give me a D20 roll plus your int mod. So you successfully dispel the darkness and silence upon the mouth of the big demon face. When you do, it reveals a small chamber from inside which is a thing on a page that I'm trying to get to. Inside which is this human-sized creature that kind of looks like an elongated demonic form with sort of shadowy wings, and it kind of looks around in panic and then kind of bursts forth from the mouth, attacking. And it's time to roll initiative.
Well, we should have rested.
Okay.
Well, you've definitely found the it.
Yep.
Some kind of shadowy demon.
Yeah,
There
that's
we
about
go.
normal.
There's those good initiatives.
Look,
Mine's alright.
I guess I ran out of my good initiatives.
Wacky did too.
That's fine.
Shadow demon. So we're going to assume
Shadow
that
demon?
Dusty's in front. I don't know
In
where
front.
I don't know where the rest of you guys are.
I heard Dado Demon.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
It was a Dado demon. Looks just like him, strangely enough. The Dado demon has a 16. It'll put it right behind Dusty. Dragon bait, terrible. Artis, equally terrible. They both have 6. Rolled the same number twice. And as far as I remember, Dusty gets to go before it. Jez, I'm assuming you're probably a few feet back.
Yeah.
As this thing kind of just kind of blasts out of the mouth right in front of Dusty, almost knocking him over.
Yeah, I would.
It looks very demonic and shadowy.
Is it like right up next to Dusty?
Oh yeah, it's right in front of him.
Oh, so I can't like impose myself in between.
Nope.
Then I'll still like get right up next to it, giving Dado some option to escape. I will swing my adamantine short sword and see if it does anything to ghosts. No,
You don't think you'd just swing wildly and just swipe over its head?
Swing again.
Boom, boom,
Does
boom.
it feel connecty?
Hey, you feel like you connect somewhat.
A little bit of resistance.
You get a little bit of resistance behind it.
Would I have ability to trip it?
No, because it doesn't really have legs. Its bottom half is just kind of like a ghost tail. It's just kind of like hovering there in front.
Then I will keep position here.
Boop. Okay, Dusty, you got this thing right in your face.
Yeah, I assume I have to disengage to get away from it, right?
You probably do. You also remember that the hallway behind you is full of traps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just as a reminder.
Yeah. With the grass, yeah, or the moss.
You have shocking grasp.
No.
Nope.
Oh yeah, I
We
think
cover that like every episode. He does not
Yeah,
have shocking
no,
grasp.
do not have it.
Okay,
I don't like being in melee range. Go fucking figure.
that's what shocking grasp is for.
Yeah, but how often am I melee range?
Not
Never.
very often.
Enough to
Never.
use shocking grasp.
Enough that it comes
don't
up
do-
from time to time.
I'm going to disengage and scoot my ass right there.
Perfect. The shadow demon is not really going to follow you. It'll follow you about as far as Jez. So it's not very far at all. And it's just gonna claw you. That's boring. Alright,
With its shadowy tendrils of necrotic.
no,
energy.
it's just gonna claw you. Just regular old fucking 18 to hit claw you.
That's a miss. I'm
So-
gonna riposte.
Okay.
Because that's the only way I can use those things.
Cool. So you do a little bit of damage back to him as he scrapes his claws along your shield. Wacky. Go for it.
Favorite shield. Of my one shields.
Am I in melee range of this thing right now?
I'm going to say no, because Dusty was in front, and Jez is the only one that's moved, so I'm going to say that Jez is leading the pack.
Okay.
I am leading.
Basically, like, pushed ahead of you guys to kind of where Dusty
this
was,
then.
almost. You pepper it with Eldritch Blasts. God, there's so many fucking things listed here. Those look like they work.
Okay.
So I double checked the fucking library of condition things. Sure. Sure, it seemed to work. You smack it a couple of times and it kind of recoils back slightly. Dragon Bait. He's gonna come in next to Jez. He'll swing 3 times, and then I gotta look something up. Those are all gonna hit.
Let's see if it's undead.
No, I know he's not undead. He's a demon.
Oh, if it affects demons.
No. Let's see something else.
Labrisodal. Fire method and he explodes.
Aha. Okay. So. Jesus, Dragon Bait. Well, that didn't work because I hit a thing.
Really nice sword you got there.
So he just fucking waylays this thing for like horribly under par damage. Oh, it would have been better, way better for you guys if I just took the par.
45.
He just clobbers the thing. Okay, yeah. So this thing's on the ropes after a vicious flurry of blows from Dragon Bait, and Artis is going to fire some arrows that don't seem all that effective. That's a miss. That's a hit. That's a hit. So you see a couple of arrows kind of just graze the demon's flesh. Not really doing much, but it's starting to kind of slink away.
It's trying to get away?
It looks like it's kind of starting to like retreat a little bit. I mean, it's not its turn, but it is Pyro's turn.
Yeah, move
After
up to
those
it.
arrow hits, it kind of, you see it sort of kind of pull back like a foot or so.
I'm gonna move up to it. Wang.
So are you doing cold damage, or are you doing regular damage?
Regular.
Yep. So you do a little bit of damage to it.
Yeah.
So you slash it, and it just kind of explodes into shadowy vapor, and it all kind of just blends into the shadows around you, and it seems to be gone. After a minute or so, it does not seem to return.
That's good.
And you seem to be fine again.
Okay. Then I guess we should go into the room.
So I'm gonna look into the hole first. Is there a pathway? Oh,
That's a little room, right?
Yep, so you crawl inside, and it seems to be just a little room.
I'm gonna pat around for any sort of like secret doors or something.
Perception check.
That one. That's a good
I was
one.
gonna say that dice was on the 19 and they got bumped.
No, just seems to be just a little cubby hole. It'd just be a little cubby hole where a shadow demon lived. His little shadow demon doghouse.
Okay. Then we should check all the walls in this hallway. We already did, didn't we?
I
You
thought
checked
so.
some of them, yeah. You remember
I
there was
will
a grate. You remember there was a grate that leads down to some water. You remember there is a glass thing that looks into a tomb of some kind.
And we didn't see any doorways inside the tomb.
Not at first glance, but nobody really looked all that hard. You guys kind of just like looked like, oh, what's this? And then you left.
So if we were to look really hard, what do we see?
Guess I'll press my face up against the glass and look really hard.
It shatters.
Let me do it because I have dark vision.
Oh yeah.
And no disadvantage on this one, so.
So just to remind you,
Yeah.
you see number 10. You see
There's
Six-
trees in here.
six
I don't-
desic.
I
Oh,
don't think we've ever seen it.
this vaulted tomb is overgrown with moss and creepers. The stone sarcophagus rests on a stepped dais in the middle of the floor. On the wall behind the sarcophagus, 2 large statues of bears grip a 5-foot diameter bronze disc embossed with a dozen glaring eyes. 6 desiccated corpses slump on the thrones in niches along the walls. Each corpse wears a black mask made of paper mache and feathers. An arched crystal window is what you are looking through. With that perception check, you can tell, sort of focusing in on it, that you're pretty sure you see the little eyes moving around. That the little eyes on the shield, in fact, are not just a carving. They seem to be moving and kind of just like looking, darting around and looking in all directions.
How many eyes
But-
are there?
Like 10 or a dozen or a dozen.
10.
There's a
10
bunch.
Is a very specific amount of eyes that is bad.
If there's a dozen, that means there were 2 for each throne in there.
Well, the eyes seem. Wacky can tell you the eyes are just looking everywhere. Like each one of them is just like looking. Like look here, and then like over there, and then over there, and then forward, and then down. They're just randomly surveying the entire room. And there was no visible entrances that you were able to see from your vantage point through the glass. I will say with that perception check, taking into account that it kind of balances out with your disadvantage, which is kind of nice for you. You think you heard like footsteps or something, like what sounded like something walking in water, somewhere like not that far behind you. You heard like the sort of the telltale like splash, 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 very faintly, somewhere like behind you while you were looking through the window.
I pointed the grate. Down there.
What?
Can we see anything moving down there?
Give me a perception check.
I'll look. Turn the lights off, I'll look.
Turn the lights off.
So you kind of, as you all kind of like peer down into the grate, you see a skeleton. It's like a humanoid-sized skeleton with this weird elongated skull that seems to like go back into like a key shape. It's kind of crawling around in what looks like, some water, and it kind of like looks up at you guys, and then it kind of like then it sort of quickens its pace and goes north.
Ah, shit.
Seems to like kind of come this way, look up at you guys, and then and goes that way.
It looks. Didn't this grate look sturdy? Like we wouldn't be able to pry it up or anything?
A rusty iron grate set into the corridor floor. Through its bars, you see muddy water flowing slowly past. I can't read.
I try
Slightly
to pull on it.
slowly.
So Dusty's just yanking, and it's not moving. But you also notice he's also like standing on and like yanking on the middle. But none of you have the heart to tell him. You just let him believe that it's just probably really heavy.
Anything to get us through there? Like I could
It's
survey it. I could survey that path.
it's going this way. That means it's not gonna help us get in this way.
Yeah, but we need that skull, I think,
Yeah.
because it
There's more
looks
than one
like
of
a
them.
key.
We probably need them.
Are we trying to get into the room right in front of us?
Well, we kind of got distracted by one of the keys that.
No,
go to
I know.
something.
I just want to know if we're trying to actually
Yeah.
get in there.
Yeah.
Can
We
you
we are.
describe the barrier again? The thing in between us?
It is a
thick
piece
glass.
of glass.
Just glass.
This is like big bay window.
I want to knock on the glass just to see if I can feel how thick it is.
think we
You
did
knock
this
on it, and it makes kind
We
of a
did, but I
dull,
forgot.
thunking sound. So you imagine it's pretty thick.
Yeah.
Or it's thick enough, anyways. Like maybe a little thicker than your standard window glass, but you figure that it's you cracked at it hard enough that it'd probably go.
Yeah.
We could also go around and see if that hallway had a secret door like we thought.
I wonder if that fountain is connected to this water.
If it is,
Go
you
look.
drink it.
I could drink it and explode as I turn
Let's.
into an animal,
We can
and
go
it'd
look.
be the worst fate of all, a furry. What I want to do, the little skull is.
He's not
booked it.
little. He's like person sized.
Yeah,
He's
I
like you sized.
Yeah, but he's also like got no flesh. I want to. Can I fit my sprite through the gaps?
Yep. There's a
Well, I
pretty
could
big
summon it on the other
space
side, too.
through. You figure that like if you were, a couple of dozen pounds smaller, maybe you might almost be able to squeeze through. Like they're pretty decent sized holes in this grate, but
While it's invisible, I want it to scout down the waterway for a possible entryway, and then up to where the skull is.
is there a limit to how far it can go?
I just stopped seeing if it's past 100 feet,
Okay.
but it
Oh.
can go wherever it wants. I just lose contact myself. It's my drone range.
So you want it to go past. So it continues down a little winding. You're kind of watching it through its eyes, I'm assuming, right?
Yeah.
So you see that it's kind of twisting and turning down like a little creek or like little muddy riverway, and it's just like twisting and turning and
It's
sort
getting
of
fuzzy.
still heading in kind of a northernly direction, maybe northeast direction, but it's continually twisting and turning. The ceiling gets like really low, like almost to the water, and it almost has to kind of go underwater. It eventually catches up to the skeleton. And the skeleton's just kind of continuing to go along the passage. Do you want to go past the skeleton, or you just...
Well, was there anything to the south? Or was this the...
Well, this is the direction the skeleton went. Did you...
Yeah, I also wanted to see if there was a way into this waterway this way. So, if it's getting close to the 100-foot range, I'd call it back and try the south direction.
So
to see if
eventually your vision starts to fade as you kind of continue, as the thing starts to snake more and more east as it goes along. The water, this is also the direction the water is flowing, this northern easternly direction. When you go
I know
back
this
down
note.
the other way, the river kind of bends to the south and kind of twists and turns along, and not too far down, it bends to the west, and it ends up in this big, thick cloud. There seems to be this big cloud just kind of hanging in the air, and there is a set of stairs, stone steps that ascend up, and then just stop at a wall. And then the river also kind of continues to curve to the west and then south again.
But that's like it would be nowhere on this map.
You think? Can you see my arrows?
Yes.
In the
Yep.
black. So it kind of like bends through and goes like, yeah. You think that the steps are like somewhere in this area, give or take?
So it might be from within the room that the
That you
steps
were-
like
You
go up
think
this way?
it is a reasonable assumption to think that they may lead into or out of the tomb that you're looking at through the glass.
Okay.
And then the thing also continues to twist and turn. You want it to continue following the water?
No. Once it finds a path, I would bring it back because
Okay.
we can't really get too far that direction because of the parameters of this tomb. So I'll bring it back and take it out of the sewers.
Okay.
Okay. There is a way into the water, but it's from within that tomb.
Hmm.
I don't know if there's another way into the tomb or if there's another way into the water.
How was the level that we're on right now level with the tomb inside, or was it like a drop?
Yep. No, it's the same. It's the same that you're on now.
There's stairs that go down in connect to a wall on the southern.
And you also know the water is about 10 feet below the hole, the grate.
Mhm.
I'm 99% sure I'm remembering that correctly. I also don't remember where the grate is. Oh, you were 5C. No wonder I can't find you. It doesn't say, but I'm going to say it's like 10 feet. What? It's 10 feet now.
So do we want to
10 feet makes sense.
try to find a way to connect to the this room that's next to us, or do we want to try to find an entrance to the waterway? This will be somewhere near Wongo's tomb, I think.
Here's my question. If we go into the room to the left, what are we hoping to accomplish in there?
It's another tomb.
I know, but are we actually going to do something? Or are we just going to bust in,
And check it
walk
out.
around, and then leave?
Well,
It's Zorbo, so or whatever his name was.
I mean, I was worried about us all being crammed into boxes, probably getting shocked with electricity and dying.
Well, it seems
This
like
one-
we have to go through some sort of trial
Yeah.
to have something happen. So that
This-
is just like part of the situation.
This one should be much easier because we just have to not let it see us by wearing the masks on those dead bodies. I'm kicking cans.
That's what kids used to do for fun back in the day.
It means I'm dying.
I played kick the can once.
Okay.
It was fun.
Only once.
Only once. But it was fun.
Getting
So,
in isn't gonna be easy. Like having them not see us isn't gonna be easy if we're smashing down the glass.
Are we not looking for the door?
Oh, Jez kind of found it. It's
we found a door, but I don't think smashing the glass is the way in.
I probably wouldn't be.
I think this is a Sarek's way of saying, hey, there's stuff in here, come in here, come in here. So I think we should look for another way into the waterway or this tomb itself. This tomb
Then-
should be pretty easy
Let's
because
let's
it'll
head up.
be
Let's head up back to where the
the secret door.
yeah.
Yep.
yeah.
If any, I would still like to not long rest, but short rest there.
Yeah. We already have an alarm place.
Yeah.
Well, you have an alarm in Withers' office.
Yeah.
You don't have an alarm in the rest of the tomb.
I know, that's what I meant. we go to Wizard's office.
Yeah. So like as you guys are leaving, artist just kind of like looks down the things like, why didn't you guys just lift the grate? And then like go in there if you wanted to go in there so badly.
Did no one try that?
Dusty did.
But
and it didn't
you
budge.
watch Dusty kind of struggle.
Yeah, but it's Dusty. Jafar, you
What
try.
the fuck is that supposed to
Okay.
mean?
You know any fucking strength-based... Oh! 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 You know how many strength-based things I've won?
Artist is gonna do an investigation check, and he's gonna kind of look at this. He's like, "This." He's like, "Yeah, with enough oomph, enough elbow grease, this thing should just like lift out of here. It's not.
Then-
Doesn't seem to be attached down.
I will also help.
Is anybody else gonna help Pyro or?"
I told him to do it. I'm not gonna help.
I will help again, because I'm determined.
Okay.
There we go.
Good one.
I am contributing.
What is your strength score, Pyro?
18.
And I think Dusty's is what, 27? Or sorry, is 9? Is 9? I wasn't supposed to tell you guys that. No, it's 9 for a total of 27. So Jez just kind of like goes down to grab it, and his hands just go into some muck, and he just like pulls and just goes flying because his hands just like slip off the thing. And then Pyro and Dusty are able to struggle this thing out of its little manhole cover and kind of drag it off to the side, leaving enough room to like climb down.
I'm like muttering to myself, I should be stronger than this old man. As I sit with a 10 to my strength.
Like, well, there it is.
See, you both failed at it, but working together, the two of you were able to lift it.
Good.
It's a good thing
Call
Dusty has
artist.
27 strength.
Man,
Part of me almost wants to just make that cannon now. It's what's it gonna hurt? He doesn't use melee weapons. It gonna unbalance
I'm
anything?
saying it a lot, but I still would like to rest
Gonna
before we go into the
punch
tomb
the
or
dude in the
attempt to go
face.
to the tomb or anything.
Okay,
Dusty
then
takes off
let's-
his baggy robes, and you just see he's just ripped and huge.
Let's, do we want to go to the
The
fountain room?
office?
Or the
Or-
office? Well,
We
I
could just rest here. What's gonna come here?
Yeah, I guess so.
Except for like the skeleton, I guess.
Let's keep our backs to this glass because that way we can see anything that comes toward us.
As I roll dice, Dado, you can attempt to attune to your helmet if you so choose.
I will attune to this staff.
You can attune to your staff. No, you
Nice.
can't. Do you?
Why not? I'm a warlock.
Oh, because you you do have a level in Warlock.
I got
Got a
3
few
levels.
levels.
I got 3 levels in the warlock.
So,
I
did
only
they
have
ever do a
one.
clarification? Because that always seems like a
What?
sort of a. It's like, well, I'll take 1 level in cleric. Now I can use the super cleric item because I took 1 level in cleric. I read a book about clerics once. Now I can use the master cleric shield. That seems like a bit of a farce. So you attuned your staff. Dusty attunes to his thing. Nothing comes and eats you.
That's
What
convenient.
do you want to do now?
This is totally not a super.
I'm
Roll
going
my
to
head
Disney
dice.
World. All right, let me restore. Whoops.
Oh god,
That's-
I have to roll a lot of dice to get up to my max now.
Yeah, you do.
I think I still have. I just have 1 on my
I'm just gonna
overshield.
use.
Say, why didn't you stick Wacky in one of the boxes if she's got so much health? If you guys are so worried about the boxes doing damage, stick Wacky in
He
one
has
of the boxes.
technically the same amount of health as I do.
Do you stick Wacky and Pyro in the other 2 boxes and Dusty in the middle?
Well, that
seems
puts me
like
at 69 health, so I feel like I don't need any more.
That seemed like a perfect solution. As I just
Good.
roll, as I roll dice for random
No
reasons.
reason. 8
Sometimes
plus 2.
DMs just like rolling dice because it's fun. Yeah, look at that die go. Yeah, fun
Oh,
numbers.
I didn't even have to bullshit my number.
So, what do
I guess we're going into this dank hole.
Okay.
So you said it's like 10 feet down.
Yeah, it's about 10 feet, a 10-foot drop. So if you kind of lower yourself in, nobody will.
Could we see how deep the water was when the skeleton was in it?
Yeah, it right beneath this thing here. It probably only seemed to be like a foot or so deep.
Okay. So
He was kind of crawling on all fours,
yeah,
being weird.
So we're gonna have issues getting out.
We could tie a rope.
What?
Something.
Oh man,
Alright, good talk.
OBS just went nuts.
The shrub.
Freaking nuts.
Is there anything on the double face we could attach it to, maybe?
No.
Face.
It all
I mean,
just
it's
seems...
10 feet. We could. Well, some of us could jump up that. Well, the grate's heavy. We could tie it to the grate.
You can also find another way out. Just worry about your way out later.
Quick
We could
question
smash our
about
way out.
magic initiate feat. That spell that I get with it, can I use my warlock slots with it?
I don't remember. I will look it up later. It's weird.
Yeah, maybe.
Just in case I have to use jump. It's not that important.
I think once you have... I don't think your slots, your actual spell slots, are tethered to class. I think you can use any slots for any spells. I think. It's been a long time since I read the hybrid class magic rules. Because I don't... Well, A, I don't play characters, and B...
More that I learned that spell and can cast it at its lowest level. Once you cast it, you must finish a long rest before you can cast it again. And then the casting ability is based off of the spell list, which is wizard. But
the fuck is that? Weird.
I don't know. I'm not gonna bog it down in case it actually comes up.
Anyways, what are you doing? You're all looking down into a hole.
I don't know
So-
if we have to worry about having to get back out right now.
Yeah, probably
It
not.
shouldn't be too difficult.
Yeah.
So skeleton is up that way. I don't know if there's any way out from there, but
Didn't you say it also goes to a point where it like gets right to the water, the ceiling?
yeah.
Yeah, the ceiling seems to, like, where you guys are, it's high up. Jez is able to tell you that the ceiling height of this little river varies. Sometimes it's, like, several feet. Sometimes it drops down to, like, less than a foot above the water. You gotta kind of, like, get under and maybe crawl. The sprite probably didn't go into the water to see how deep it was. But, you imagine if the skeleton fit, that you guys would fit.
Yeah.
You're all about skeleton-sized. You all have skeletons inside of you that could probably also
We
fit.
all contain skeletons.
What if the skeleton
Stabbing
started
at
attacking
myself
us?
with the.
Maybe the
That
next
one.
key is actually Dusty's skull. You have to pry it out of his head and get it.
Check the back of your head, guys.
Oh man, that'd be
do
a
we
cool
want to go after the
feature.
skeleton, or are we going to the tomb first?
I think the skeleton's gone pretty far by now if he took a short rest.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, let's go check out the tomb then.
Okay,
Right here.
so you guys are all jumping in. I still haven't heard
Maybe.
anybody say they're jumping in. I keep hearing like, well, we're gonna go check this
I-
out.
But everyone was talking.
Okay, so Dusty, you're like in some water.
I guess I'll lower myself down too.
Yeah. Okay.
Maybe I should go in.
Yes. I agree.
Why?
Because
Because
I
he
can
can
go
just turn
invisible.
invisible at will.
Alright.
We'll be by the door. You go in, turn invisible, grab us the masks.
Yeah, that's what I'll do. That's what I guess I'll do. Hopefully these things aren't alive. So yeah,
You can't
I'll.
see.
Hmm?
You can't see in there, can you?
Oh, it's dark.
Yeah.
We could have.
Tell him to light a torch.
It'll have to be me.
Yeah, we can just drop a light in front of the glass over here
No,
on this side.
I mean, if I am holding something that's lit up and I'm invisible, it's invisible, so there's no light. But if I drop that onto the ground or set it on the ground, does it then become visible?
Probably. Sure. I'm just trying to get you guys to do something.
Yeah.
Well, we're in
That's
the
what I'm
hole.
trying to do
We're
as
in the
well.
hole right now. We'll worry about what we're gonna do with the tomb later.
So,
It'll be me or you. I could do it.
You can also turn invisible, I guess.
Oh yeah.
Yes, I have a thing that.
so are you
actually turns
all
me invisible
moving
in
towards where the
light.
stairs are, or are you all hanging out below the hole?
There was also the cloud. That
There
didn't
was
affect
also
my
a cloud.
Familiar, right?
Didn't seem to.
What color was the
A cloud.
An ominous cloud.
There's just some sort of ominous kind of cloud. Didn't really have, like, you didn't really detect much of a color, but you could kind of tell when your thing went in it that there was some kind of... Can you only see? Can you, like, hear and smell and taste and all that through your...
It's just hear and smell. Or hear and see.
Okay. So you're able to kind of see what looked like some kind of cloud, but that's about
But
it.
my familiar can also tell me, hey, it tastes like rotten eggs.
Okay, then it would be able to tell you that it had a very rotten odor to it.
Rotten eggs. The fart zone.
And that seemed to encompass the whole area below the stairs. Like the whole river area. It just seemed to be floating in a big just section of it.
Dusty, do you know any gas that has that properties?
Let me get on that with thinking.
Give me your thinking.
Give me an Arcana check. Judging by what was described to you, you think it might be some kind of flammable gas.
I would advise against using Firebolt again.
Or
And we have light.
preemptively firebolt it, and then
That's just
blow it
where
up.
that's just where it's collected. It might be worse. There might still be gas around here, just in less amounts.
Don't carry an open flame.
Yeah.
It'll be good.
No,
we have light. We don't
We
need
have
torches.
Yeah, we have enough cantrips of light.
All right,
Progress.
let's go.
Yeah,
In the direction.
Artist and Dragonbait haven't even jumped down yet because you guys are still all just kind of standing below the hole. So they're just kind of like sitting on top with their legs dangling into the
Yeah,
hole
just
looking.
Tell them not to.
So they're just
carry an
talking
open
about
flame.
like, it's like, you remember what was that girl's name that was at the Port Nyanzaru? Like the one that's like she ran that bakery and had really good bread. What was that one? They're just having like a
shadow mantle.
Let's
they're
go.
just having a chat.
Yeah,
And he's
so
like,
we're
why
going
am I
to-
even asking you? You can't fucking talk.
We're going to the door, but I would say we stay at the bottom of the stairs.
Yeah.
Sure.
Hopefully, it's not a metal
So
door.
you guys all crowd around the bottom of the stairs. You can all smell like this just rotten, foul odor. Not like decay, but like it's definitely just some kind of rotten smell just all around you. Like you seem to just be grouped into the center of it.
Anytime. We got any gust of winds?
Do we make it to the
Yeah.
door?
Yeah, you're at the foot of the stairs.
We're just smelling.
You're
veg.
looking up a set of
lovely.
stone stairs at a stone wall at the top of the stairs. Like stairs just seem to go up to nothing, to like a flat stone wall.
where does the
Oh yeah, what am I doing?
Screen go.
Why didn't I drop you down the thing? I'm so used to.
Not moving.
Yeah,
Theater of the mind.
There we go.
Hey, it's
exactly.
cloud.
Okay.
what's down
I'm
I'll walk
Amazing.
up the stairs.
what's down
Yep,
this
you walk
way?
up the stairs and you eventually run into a stone wall. And
I'm
you go,
going
ow!
to-
And then,
I'm going to investigate the wall to see if there's any sort of seam
Sure.
Any sort of strange thing that would make it seem like this
yeah, you
would lead to
believe
something.
this wall
predict
is
Dusty's gonna
actually
find a secret
some
door.
kind of door. A secret door, as it were.
Interesting.
Is there a trap on it that will?
I don't know.
I feel like
But
that
I'm
was more
looking at
important.
the door very intently, trying to find where it could possibly open. What is
Oh
that
yeah,
door
you
made
think
out
you
of?
could slide it open.
I
Hang
feel
on.
like we knew there was a secret door there. You know, stairs going to a wall.
Stairs going to nothing?
well-
Yeah, it seems a little suspicious.
You
And I wanted to check it out, so I'm gonna try to slide that shit
Let-
open.
Dusty,
Don't.
let me do it.
I would say thank you, Dusty, for finding the secret door, but I cannot tell lies. There was no thanks.
Okay.
So you
turn-
just say you, Dusty, secret door. Or you, Dusty,
Dim-
for finding
dim
the
lights
secret
a little
door.
bit. I'm gonna cast invisibility on myself and I'm gonna open the door.
Okay.
Yeah.
You
traps that set this thing on fire.
So you
Up.
slide open the door.
I'll go to the bottom of the stairs then if she's opening the door.
Okay, so you guys are all sitting at the bottom of the stairs. She slides open the door, and as she does, you hear this kind of raking sound, and you see a bunch of sparks kind of go flying at like the side of
Told
the
you.
like a big flint. And I need everybody to give me a dexterity saving throw as the entire hallway, the cloud, the river, everything just explodes.
I don't think Wacky gets +3.
I don't need it. don't
Everyone
worry.
else does.
I probably don't.
You
mine's
get
a-
it. But
Mine's a 21 as well.
Everybody fails or everybody passes except for Dusty.
Jesus.
Everybody fails.
With a 30 saving throw?
19 damage for Dusty. 9 damage for everybody else. That is fire
Dude, that
damage.
wasn't that bad. Shut your mouths.
I'm gonna
As-
stop rolling with roll 20. Every time I roll with roll 20, it's way below fucking average. I might as well just take the number out of the book.
That's not way below average. That's like 2 below.
It's 3
average.
below average. It says it's supposed to be 22 fire damage. Take the book scores from now on.
Yeah. So I probably am under the water with my shield, the only thing outside of the water.
Yeah, so you're all singed, but still alive.
I have
And
not.
strangely enough, so basically you only got the door open just a little bit, and then this went off. And
now everything knows we're here.
so as you
if
kind of
the noise we've been making hasn't alerted the entire fucking tomb to
Yeah,
our
I'm sure
existence.
they're well aware.
as you cough and sputter and kind of pull the door open the rest of the way, you are staring directly into the back of one of the chairs that is got some kind of dead body with a mask on it, like right there.
I'm gonna peer around this corner, see what's over there.
More death.
There seems to be more river, as far
I
as
can
you
get
can
around.
tell.
I can get around the chair, right?
You see
With
more
that,
river.
With that explosion, all the gas has got to be gone now, right?
I'll get a
Yes, that
it
seems to
all
have cleared out the
ignited?
gas.
Yeah.
So there's no more gas.
You can
Doesn't
use
seem
fire
to be.
spells now.
So now we can use fire, and we can probably pull that open if we wanted to go
You-
into that room.
Do you want me to get all of them or just a few of them? Or one of them?
At least get one for you. I don't know if you want to explore that on your own. I think the trick is literally just not get caught with the mask, but if you want us in there, you'll have to get more masks for us.
Okay, I will do that. So the one that I'm around right now, can I just try to not so much rip it off as try to take it off the
Sure.
dead body?
Deal it.
Give me a sleight of hand check.
This is your time to shine, Wacky.
Yep, yeah, you deftly slip it off
I'm a
without disturbing even a single hair on the head of the just dead body slumped in the chair.
Okay. You guys are just like outside, right? I can hand
Yeah.
that off to one of you right now.
Yeah, you could
Okay.
toss it down the stairs to somebody if you wanted to.
Yeah, I'll do
It does
that.
seem to just be made of paper mache and feathers, so you probably don't want to get it wet.
Yeah.
I will
Um,
clean whatever dead skin's off of it,
Okay.
and whoever can have
Clean
it.
all the magical powers off of the mask. Got it.
I'm gonna go to the next.
The dead flesh is the magical.
I'll go to the next closest throne.
Okay.
Spend a little money to make some money.
Sure, give me another sleight of hand check.
You should probably put that one on so that you can go.
Yep,
to
you
the rest
slip
of them.
you slip it off the head, and nothing seems to move or
Yeah.
jump out at you.
I'll
You-
put this one on.
You see the little eyes. Now that you're like in the room, you can really get a good look at all the little eyes on the big bronze disc that are just darting around. They seem to just be surveying the entire room like randomly. There doesn't seem to be any pattern to them. They're just darting crazily around the room.
What do the masks look like?
Just fucking. It's like everything. A lot of the stuff in this chunk of the floor is all just all over the place. It is a black mask made of paper mache and feathers. So I don't know. You know what?
Whatever your
It probably looks
Like a
kind
skull.
of like almost like a koala shape with some feathers in it. It looks like some kind of rudimentary animal mask.
I look at it immediately. I have like this disgusting feeling in my stomach. I'm just like really turned off by this mask.
All right, so there's 6 of. Excuse me. There's 6 of them in here.
Yep.
Or 6 of the. Yeah. So I have 2 now.
There are
I'll go to
6
the next
chairs, each with a body slumped in it, wearing a mask. 2 of them no longer have masks.
You want me to go get 2 for Dragon Maiden Artist as well, or should I just stop at 4?
They're still kind of chilling back up by the hole. Like
Yeah.
they have not even jumped in yet. You can ask them to come down if you want. Or
I don't think that we need them for this short period.
Okay. Yeah. I'll go to the next one and try to take the mask off that one.
Yep. Sure. Yeah, you kind of pull the head a little bit, and the head kind of just the head kind of like pulls forward a bit. Let's just see how long this. So are you? Oh, you're using regular invisibility,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, I don't think this wouldn't pull off regular invisibility. Nah, you'd be fine.
You're attacking his sensibility of style.
Yep. So you yank the mask free, and yeah, none of the bodies seem to move or anything.
All right. I go to the lot. I'm gonna go to one more and try to pull that one off.
Sure. Yeah.
Fine.
You yank it off.
And I'm gonna go back to my party.
Okay.
Just in case it causes problems, I'm gonna let my familiar go to his little demi-plane
Okay.
in case it thinks it's a creature and it sees it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna dispel the invisibility yet, but I'll go to
Okay.
whoever's like in front of the door, tap them on the shoulder, and
Give
pop
masks.
a mask into their hands.
Okay. Wacky disperses the masks. You are all given a just ugly-looking paper mache
Princess
mask with some feathers. Kind of looks like a bad grade 2 project. It's not great. I mean, you
It's
tell your
definitely
kid that it's
shaped for a
great to not
balloon.
hurt their feelings, but deep down you're like, man, this really sucks.
Is it definitely shaped for a balloon? Like that's what it was made off of, and then it just cut off.
There's gonna be a needs improvement on their report card. I just know it.
Okay, so let's head in there. I don't think it can hear us, but those dead bodies still could be bodies.
Yeah.
You know
Whatever
what I
just
mean.
said.
They could be alive.
They could be undead.
Well, I'm not very sneaky, and I'm not gonna try harder than just sneaking.
Well, I'll go invisible anyways, and I'll go
Yep.
in.
2 people go invisible and walk inside the room.
What do I see?
What do the
Or-
other 2 of you do?
I
You
put
don't-
on the mask and I go in.
Okay.
You
What
don't
do you
see
do,
me.
Dusty?
I'm gonna put on the mask. But I want to go invisible.
Oh, do you want to wait and see what happens to Pyro because he's the only one not invisible?
Yeah, I'll wait and see what happens. to Pyro.
Okay, so Pyro puts on his mask, goes inside, kind of just like shuffles past the dude in the chair, and yeah, everything seems fine. Nothing seems to be disturbed or murderous. Everything seems
All right.
just perfectly fine.
I'll walk in.
Yep.
With the mask on.
So you guys all climb inside, and you're all standing there, kind of looking like idiots with these masks on.
But what do we do now?
Open the sarcophagus.
Okay.
Okay, so it takes a couple of you to kind of push the thing aside. Inside, you see a small pile of bones. It only takes Dusty to push the thing aside. Inside, you see a small pile
I
of
just
bones.
fucking one arm that shit, just like.
I hate you so much.
Inside, you see a small pile of like animal bones. It's probably of some creature only like 3 feet tall or something like that. Looks like it's like some kind of tiny bear. And on top of the little pile of bones is resting a ring.
Ring. I want it. I touch it.
Yep.
Yeah.
You.
I just realized the Papazotto might fuck me over, so I'm kind of trying to get rid of him now too.
So, are you intentionally allowing Obolaka to enter your mind?
Yeah.
Foregoing the saving throw? Sure.
Yeah.
So as you touch the ring, dust swirls into the shape of a small, feral, bear-like creature that billows towards you with a ghostly roar.
Except I'm
I
invisible.
scooch back a little bit and I cover my armor. I'm like,
Papa Zodal is expelled from your body
Oh, thank God.
and
Okay.
can never enter you again.
No one touch Wacky's necklace.
Hey, bitch.
So Obolaka is like, it's like you're here to you're going to help me. We're
Oh shit! It's a nervous one.
Oh.
it's like oh this place is a lot scarier than I remember it. Like, oh.
Everything in here is scary, but we're dealing with it.
So you now have a flaw that you are risk averse and a slave to routine. And you also have a new power that as long as Obolaka is inhabiting you, you can attune to 1 extra magic item.
hey.
And that if Obolaka leaves you, you're automatically unattuned to everything you are carrying.
Well, that's unfortunate.
Yeah,
Oh,
you found the shit one.
yeah.
The only one in the entire group that's like objectively garbage.
well.
Congrats.
At least personality-wise, we're like...
There you go. You guys can be terrified chickens together. You
What
just hear him whisper into your mind, "It's okay. I'm a coward too."
You wanna get a little?
I'm gonna
yeah.
dispel the invisibility. Alright, who wants this?
Well, Dusty first.
Oh, yeah, Dusty could tell you what it is.
Well, do we want to get out of this tomb first?
Yeah, preferably leave first.
Yep. So you guys
Before
head
we
back
spend-
down.
Yeah, I'm gonna wave at Artis and Dragonbait through the glass, and then we'll leave.
Well,
Okay.
they probably
They do not see you.
I cry inside.
Yep.
Every day, every night.
Yeah, they just seem to be like looking down the hole and aren't paying attention to the glass whatsoever.
They're still talking about the bread girl.
Well, one of them's talking, the other one's just making
Yeah.
clicking sounds and producing smells. Dusty, I'll say Dusty gives enough time to identify. You find out it is a ring of protection.
Ooh. That gives you how much AC boost?
Plus
1. And a bonus to saving throws, I think?
Yeah, same +1.
Yeah,
plus
plus
one
1 to
saving
AC
throw.
saving throws.
I may take that one.
Plus 1 to AC and saving throws. I forgot. Because I think you gave Wacky the pendant. How does that work? I think like once the thing is in someone, it doesn't. Yeah, because once
it's
it's
fine until it
Yeah.
goes back.
yeah, if it hadn't inhabited Wacky, then it would try to. Because it goes
if
back
Wacky
into its item.
touches something else and Obalaka comes out.
Yeah, it automatically makes a attack on Pyro's will.
On Pyro.
Well, if
Or-
you have the
Well,
ring,
if you take it.
Oh, right.
because it goes back to the ring, and you're touching the ring, so it's like, hey,
Well-
Right. I thought you were talking about Papa Zodal for some reason.
no,
Like,
Papa
where's
Zodal.
Papa Zodal?
No
As
one
long
touches
as nobody else takes the thing from Wacky's, the thing around her neck.
unless
Well-
it's Jez.
Well, it would.
No,
be
because
nice
Jez
to-
expelled it, so Jez can no longer. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He could use it though, the magic item.
While Pyro can use the extra AC, would Dusty benefit more for it?
So you
Since
think
his
through?
AC is lower.
If I'm getting hit, I'm doing something wrong.
Yeah.
That's fair.
He did not leave you guys to die well enough. He got to. If he's getting hit, he got too curious and was like, "Yeah, I should have left those guys around the corner to die."
Like, I
That's
feel
my
like
bad. Oh, you guys know what
I
here.
feel like I kind of deserve that because it was a Zorbo that took my 1 AC. So this is just me taking it back.
By
You're
all
gonna have
means,
so
it's
much
yours.
fun. Charon does not have that in him anymore.
Yeah, that thing. The second you guys run into any like other tomb, that Pyro is going to be inhabited by the Zorbo.
Anyways, we need to get Skeleton Man. So as we pass by,
So do you want to go
Dude,
south?
there's up
Do you
top.
want to? You are not south. I guess you can go west
We
to the source
we
of
wanna-
the water, or east to where the water is going.
I feel like this
What
might
did
be the
you-
way out.
What did you see down here?
He didn't go down there.
I didn't. I
He
didn't
stopped
go
here.
that far. Yeah.
No, I thought the pyro may have looked down
He
there.
looked.
I
He
did
saw a little
notice
bit.
more river.
He saw a little bit more this way, then it seemed to turn this way a little bit, and then he couldn't see any further
Yeah.
because he
We
didn't
wanna
walk
go
any.
that way. Let's just go that way.
I feel like that might be the way out.
I really don't think it'll be that easy to leave the tomb.
That's
Yeah.
fair.
Way out.
The water's got to come from somewhere. Unless you go to the end and it's just a vase of never-ending
Which way is the
water.
water flowing?
It's flowing
That's
up
still a
north.
cool thing to have.
It's flowing from
Okay.
the way Pyro went and looked. Like it's flowing from down here. And then back. It's flowing back the way you came. That's probably the easiest way to put it.
You can go take a look if you really want to, but I feel like we should head after that skeleton.
It's already gone very far away.
I know, but it doesn't mean that we can't, like, see what's
You know-
up there.
This might end somewhere that the skeleton is. And that's what we're looking for. I don't think the skeleton is told, hey, keep going that way and just wander randomly. It's probably patrolling or something. Because the other one didn't leave that Nang Nang's room, even though the door was open.
Okay.
What doing?
I say we go north.
Pyro
Good enough.
voted west, I think. So if it's
Well, south, but
south.
sure.
So you got one north, one south. Who else is voting?
I want to go north. Because that's where the skeleton is.
I will go in whatever direction as long as we decide it quickly.
You're
I
the
guess that means
tiebreaker!
north. No, it's not a tie. It's
It would be a
2v1.
tie. It would
Then
be a tie.
go north.
The vase of never-ending water.
Why do we want that?
Why don't we? We suffer from a
Because
lack
it's
of clean water.
useless.
Excuse me, we were walking through a forest, a jungle, searching for water.
You're the
for,
one who
So-
purified. Okay, let's go.
I
So-
purify.
You guys continue north. You kind of wave to
Sometimes you don't find
Artis and Dragonbait as you pass underneath of them.
Yeah, I'll
Um,
make motions
Do I
that we're
have to
going
attune
this
to the
way.
rink?
Yep.
Okay, then I will not add this stuff yet.
So you continue, and the river. So basically, as you continue on, you get to about here, and the ceiling's getting lower and lower and lower. You're now kind of all on your hands and knees, and the ceiling's 8 or 9 inches above the surface of the water, and
Just gotta
you
start
realize
building
you got to kind of like ninja crawl. You got to go prone and ninja crawl kind of through the next section keep going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so you pass through a hallway because it goes underneath the hallway. You guys continue on. It passes through underneath another room because that's how
Does it
3D
open
maps
up
work.
again?
After about 10 feet, you're able to the ceiling starts to slope back up, and you're able to eventually kind of get on, like, crawl, like, sort of hunched over, and eventually it kind of heightens up enough that you're able to stand again. You know, the water also sort of fluctuates in depth, anywhere from 1 foot deep to 3 feet deep. Like this is not a very clean, like, tunnel that this water's going through. It's very roughly hewn. Like, it just seems to be this random just crag through the rocks. You pass through that thing.
Oh, jeez.
You continue around. You go by this random skull that's painted in the water that you don't really understand. You continue. Eventually, you end up at a set of stone stairs that seem to be leading up about 10 feet and into a hallway.
Does the stairs look wet?
Like
a
perception check.
Like a skeleton?
You don't really notice any tracks. There's some, like, the steps have moisture from the surrounding area, but
Okay.
whether that's just because it's wet in this area from the river. The river also seems to be starting to pick up a bit of speed, and you can kind of hear, like, what sounds almost like a waterfall a little further along. If you were to continue.
That way's probably bad. So I think we should... Where is this going to take us out? Is this going to open up into...
This is probably going to be the fountain.
No, we're way
No,
past the fountain.
we've gone past it.
This is the little girl's room. I think.
You cannot say for sure.
Well, not until
You
we
know
go-
you've been walking for a while, so you know it's probably past the fountain.
Yeah. Fountain was not very far away.
But yeah, it seems to be a set of stairs that lead up into a hallway that goes a little ways and just ends in a stone wall.
Maybe
Much like on the other end of the river.
Maybe this one's the false one. This is just to trick you.
Yeah. Dusty, you're an expert at secret doors. Can you find a secret door up there?
You know, it would be my pleasure.
I walk up the stairs and I get to the top of the stairs.
Yep.
I'm gonna tap my foot on the first tile.
It seems a little slick and wet with condensation and moisture from the area around it, but other than that, nothing seems to happen.
Okay.
You feel it's a little slipperier than, like, the stone tiles you're used to.
How the walls looking?
The, like, wet stone with maybe some, not mold, but maybe some kind of algae-ish, like, film here and there.
This place has seen cleaner days.
Okay.
Yes. Clearly nobody comes and cleans this hallway very often. The gelatinous cube doesn't get this far.
I
Put
will
the
walk
fear of
onto
God
the
into the-
second plate.
Okay. Well, seems just as slippery and solid as the last one.
Alright, I will search for some sort of a hidden door.
At the end, or?
Yes, at the end.
Yeah, you're pretty certain that that is a hidden door in similar nature to the other ones you have found.
I'm the champion.
You kind of just go and, like, start to open it like you knew it was there. Like you've lived here for hundreds of years and installed this door yourself.
And I say,
I'm gonna open it. You want me to open it?
Mm-hmm.
There's no smoke to catch on fire this time, so yes.
You don't want to get out of the water or something? Just get on the stairs.
Yes, go ahead and open it.
He says
If you
that, and I'll
want-
step out of the water.
If you want one of us to open it instead,
I will
in case.
immediately turn around and go to open the door.
Okay, you open the door, and it seems to lead into a room with, like, lots of little tunnels in the floor, and a sarcophagus that's kind of cracked open, and, like, a shattered glass something or other on the floor. Looks kind of familiar, like almost like you've been here a little while ago.
I will immediately turn around.
I say, go back! Go back!
There's no skeletons in there.
Nope,
No!
there was no skeleton in there.
Probably went down further then.
Moving on.
We could at least go see if it got washed away.
So, as you approach the edge, you see that
Is there like side over here that we could walk on instead of being in the river? Like over here?
Nope.
Or over here? Okay.
No.
nope.
Oh, look at chest.
So once you reach the opening, you see the underground river plunges down into a dark, rocky chasm. Cold air swirls up from below like the breath of some monstrous creature. Through the gloom, you spot an ornate treasure chest resting on the ledge opposite. And sort of perched above the treasure chest is the skeleton. And it's just kind of like cocking its head to the side and looking at all of you.
This is easy.
As it's kind of like spider climbed like up on the side of it.
Don't smash it yet. The skull might fall. We need to get someone over there to catch it.
So Dusty
Yes.
can levitate.
Yeah.
Or Misty Step. I have, how many Misty Steps do I have left?
Probably not too many.
Your level 3 Misty Step?
Dusty can cast levitate on
I have
somebody.
one, so not an option.
Yeah, but then you can't get back, so Dusty
Does-
can cast levitate
that's
on
what
one
I
of
said.
us.
Does anyone have... No one has fly.
I
No.
wish.
Okay. Yeah, none of my stuff will help.
Looking around, you do notice that there is a ledge. That kind like a very precarious looking ledge that kind of goes around the outside of the like that sort of goes around the outside all the way around over to where the chest is.
I don't trust
It's-
ledges.
It's not like a super clean, obvious ledge. It's like pretty uneven and it's like really slippery looking, but I mean it is there.
Do we-
Levitate someone over.
How deep is this hole? Can we see the bottom?
Nope.
Probably not.
You guys absolutely not. Wacky also no.
More than 60 feet.
Yeah.
You got one of those in you, Dusty. I'll levitate.
If only we still had Papa Zodal.
Going
Papa's Dodo ain't helping me get back up, so.
Yeah, going down.
Well, you know there's water down there, so you'd probably be fine.
Going down is still fine because we could all feather fall, but we wouldn't get back up.
Speak for yourself.
The man has a point.
And enjoy your time alone in the tomb.
As you take
Hey,
10 years to get back up.
Who do we want to go over?
Probably either me or Pyro, someone that can melee.
I'm probably too afraid to actually, so I wouldn't. I'll volunteer.
I will. I'll put on Pyro.
Yep.
I guess I'm going.
I just kind of like in the background, like Pyro's just like looking over the edge, and I'm just kind of standing back, like I'm just kind of like looking at the three of them, like
You just-
who's gonna go? It's you. And I cast, and then I just kind of like push them.
Okay, so Pyro, you feel yourself just get shoved, like from behind, and like your jaw just kind of drops as all of a sudden you're just over the dark pit, like the bottomless dark pit that the water's flowing into, and then you realize that you're not falling, and you start to panic slightly less.
I'm
panicking.
Spin around and just be like,
So you spin around to look at Dusty, but then you kind of keep going. So now you're going forward towards the chest and the skeleton. Again, you're spinning in circles.
Let's give him a thumbs up.
Is it you can do it, buddy? I believe in you.
Have him land before he gets sliced up because they do have daggers.
I'm gonna try to like focus myself forward best
Hey,
as I can.
Try and
You
like
can't.
stop yourself on the chest or something. Like
yeah, like or the ground.
Well, the ground is below you.
I meant the ground in front of the chest.
Yeah, the ground is below because you're kind of going forward, and then the ground's a little bit low, so you kind of got to hit the chest, or get. You probably get. I don't think Dusty has enough time to get you higher or lower.
No, I pushed him with the intent of him just going straight across.
Yeah, just
To
in
the
a
chest.
dead straight line.
Yeah, just like,
So-
like level with like the ledge.
So you could try and stop yourself at the chest and swing at the skeleton. You could try and stop yourself by like hugging the skeleton.
I
All
think I'll hook the skeleton. Yeah, that sounds like no. I'll stop myself on the chest.
Okay, so you find that you stick to the
Hug their
chest, and a sort of, it's weird because the chest starts to kind of distort, and then like this kind of like
gonna hit the
pseudopod
chest.
shape just comes and smacks you in the face, and it's time to roll initiative.
I'm freaking out. I am very much freaking out from the other side of the chasm.
Haven't had a mimic in a while.
Well, there's probably no treasure in there.
Yeah, probably not.
I feel like it's been a while since we've run into one of these.
I feel like it's every single time I try to open a chest, or
Well, you didn't
anytime
try to
I
open
try
it
to do
this
something
time.
with a chest.
You would have been better off hugging the skeleton.
Yeah, I guess I would be.
Skeleton just kind of like cackles at you, he's like,
You know what?
He just
Fuck you,
laughs.
I'm coming for you next.
he,
boy.
he just pranked you, bro.
Well, at least you're levitated, so
You should just that skeleton totally pranked you. Dragon Bait and Artis are not here. I'm just gonna put it at 0. Bloop. Wacky. You're watching this chest attack Pyro, and the skeleton's just like laughing.
yeah. I freak out and cast Eldritch Blast on the towards the chest.
Yep. You hit the chest. I'm not gonna. It's gonna hit. It's not gonna have resistance to force damage. I know that. I should know the mimic stat block by heart, but it's been a while.
And I'll back off the ledge a little bit. So
When
I'm
was the
not like
last
right
mimic?
up there.
Okay. So you shoot the mimic twice. What is that? 13. Back off a little bit. It takes us to Mimic. Mimicoon is going to. These two like anime eyes just kind of like blink open at the top of the mimic head chest thing. And blah 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 blah. Oh yes, you are also grappled by the. Oh, you know what? He went to whack you, and I forgot to actually even roll the attack for the whack. 19 versus AC.
Yep.
Oh. Nope, that's not gonna work. Wait, does it? What's your AC?
No.
Ah, fuck.
You're going to take 8 bludgeoning damage.
Minus 3.
Yeah. An adhesive. So you are also grappled. You find yourself kind of stuck to the mimic. While you are stuck to him, he is going to bite you.
The funny thing is, if he did attune to that ring, he would have. It would have.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would have.
Wah, wah.
But I didn't get the
21
chance to.
versus AC on the bite.
I'll hit.
Okay, give me. Oh no, never mind. There's no saving throw. 6 piercing damage and
3.
8 acid damage. That is Mimicoon. Pyro, you get a
I'm gonna
turn.
hit it twice.
Yep. Like, because you start swinging at this mimic thing that's got you grappled. The skeleton's still like right in your face, just laughing.
13.
Like he's just having a time of it. 13 is a hit.
Okay.
You find it not all that difficult to hit this thing.
I'm gonna Divine Smite too.
Yep.
That's a good Divine Smite.
So you blast this mimic, and the skeleton kind of recoils from like the big flash of radiant energy, like, don't like that. It's like, ew, radiant stuff, gross. Jez, it is your turn.
The mimic is still alive.
Yep. Mimic still has pyro. Has a big like pseudopody like tongue kind of like grappled around him.
1 damage.
These big kawaii eyes just kind of blinking like longingly at him.
I haven't done this in a while, so sorry if I shoot you. Yeah, that's bad.
You just point the gun and just boom! You just blow a chunk of rock off, and it just falls down the hole.
Can we hear how long it takes for the rock to hit the water?
Give me a perception check. It takes a while. How long, you're not entirely sure, but you think it's like, oh, that probably fell a good 100 feet or so.
Okay.
I want to Oh, I didn't bring my familiar back, did I?
Nope.
Never mind. I can't do that.
Oh.
So, Skeleman, he's gonna stab Pyro. He's gonna attempt to stab Pyro. Do you give advantage when you're grappled?
It's restrained that you get advantage.
Yeah, that's right. Grappled sucks. Skeleman is going to miss you twice with his little daggers.
I want
And
to cackle at him.
Dusty, what do you want to do?
What do I want to do?
Don't really have a lot of options, so I think I'm just gonna firebolt the chest.
Yep. That took a long time to pop up,
Yeah.
even though the
That
dice
took
were
a
there.
really long time.
Roll20 was really thinking about it. It's like, dude, Roll20's like, do I want to screw him? Nah, I'll let go. That definitely hits. The chest is looking real bad. It's kind of like parts of it are kind of falling off and leaking off of the sides of it. Artist and Dragonbait are not here. Wacky.
For the chest.
You blast the chest twice, and Pyro, you feel the chest let go as it kind of just dissolves into this big puddle of goo at your feet.
Yeah, like
Skeleton
something
seems
in
slightly concerned now.
there. Skeleton should be concerned.
It is also
like-
your turn now.
Yeah, that's why I should be concerned. I move up to it, and I smack it.
Well, I think you're still suspended.
Well,
Well,
the
I
thing
knocked
is
it out.
also right in Pyro's
Yeah.
face, anyways. That's why it didn't leave, because it's essentially engaged with Pyro as well. So you
Okay.
smack it twice, and it cracks into a bunch of pieces and
2d8.
falls on the ground at the foot of where the chest used to be.
What the fuck is that?
That's his undead
My-
damage.
Yeah.
That's some sick snake eyes.
The Raven Queen did not bless you today.
There is a pile of bones
And Darmite.
sitting in what used to be a chest.
I'm gonna pick up the skull key head.
Yep. It seems to have a like triangle shaped thing to the back of it, whereas the other one had a square.
I'll be like, this one has a triangle shape back on it.
Yeah, come back over here.
And then I'm gonna hop my way back.
Yeah, please go back over here. I feel a lot better.
Yep. Yeah, you can just kick off the wall and just drift back.
Don't worry, his chances of dying are pretty low.
Unless Dusty just
in a
like
place like
"Ah!"
this.
just
I don't know
turns it
about
off while he's over the pit.
I meant for this.
It's like,
Yeah.
you took too long. That wasn't me.
It took too long.
Your magic
Assume I
ability
made it
wasn't
back
high enough to
now.
keep the spell up for the full time. That's how it works.
Okay.
Get out of this place.
Yeah, let's go back to the our artist friend's hole
Yep.
Our
Because
friend
we-
hole.
because we do not want to
Oh, he
get
said
chomped.
artist.
Artists.
Artist
friend
friend
hole.
hole.
So you make it back down the river, back where you came.
Down by the river.
Let's do this. So yeah, you make it back to the hole. Artist and Dragonbait are still there, and they're able to help like pull you up the hole.
The bread was this big.
I think we've cleared out this floor.
No, you didn't. You didn't do
We can go-
Wongos.
Yeah, we didn't do Wongos, but I don't know if we want to do
Mongo was an
Wongos.
outlier, should not be counted. Alright.
I mean, you all have your spirits. Dusty and I deserve some.
There's like 6 more.
Listen, we've
Yeah,
already
there's a
gone through all
lot.
the evil ones.
You've also found the
Can't get any
only
worse
one
than
that's
that.
bad too, because I told
Yeah.
Jez and Wacky. I think I told most of you guys last time at the last session.
Yeah.
There's only one that's bad. You guys
Yeah.
found the bad one.
On the bright
All the
side,
rest
there's
are really
only,
good.
Like one item I need to be attuned to.
You know what? When we find Ejin, I'm gonna take that one.
Nope,
Cass.
you're not.
You have Kuba's on.
Let's go. Yeah, you like Kubazan.
Who's on?
That's
He's the
he's
frog
stoic.
Hemoth, right?
The
Yeah.
strong one.
Yeah, maybe.
So let's go down to the second floor because I don't want to deal with this floor anymore.
Yeah.
We're pretty good with this floor. I can't really remember which paths we've been down. I think
Well,
just the
we've-
middle one.
Hmm?
What?
We
I
looked
think-
at all of them.
I thought we went through pretty much all of them. Yeah.
I scrolled my mouse the second you moved us and did
Yeah,
the click thing.
Like the
There was the skull down there.
darkness sphere is up here. The bad hallways over here.
Oh yeah.
Opposital's chambers down here, and this is where Withers' office is. So we've pretty much cleared out this floor as well.
Yeah, so you had skull hole,
Yeah. And then the
weird
other
thing,
tomb.
and then the tomb with
Okay.
checkerboard and wine smell.
Then
Uh,
I suggest we go to actually before we go down because I think there's a plaque on every floor. Can I summon my familiar and have it go down to the third basement floor and see if there's a plaque on the square room?
Sure. Is it invisible or is it visible?
Yeah. I'd
Oh.
probably never have it visible.
We also forgot to, because when you guys, because where we ended the first session, you guys pulled out, like you guys had an excerpt from Withers' journal that never got read.
Yeah.
Oh.
Because we ended the session and then forgot about it the next session. I still haven't even set it to all players. So, remembering, you guys flipped through Withers' journal and it says, "The Master returns with a marvelous gift, a cast-off creation of the gods, dead and yet not. The all-seeing is blind to its existence, and the mother of illusions looks past it. Sweet irony. The Master hopes to raise the creature to power by glutting it on souls. The Master has brought the Sohn sisters here to nurse it, to help build the device needed to feed it. As for me, I am only saddened that my studies shall one day come to an end. I owe the Master much for the time he has given me. I can only work harder in the little time that remains for this world."
Well, something in there is a soulmonger. Guaranteed. Do I know what the all-seeing is? Or the mother of illusions?
Or the Soul Sisters.
I'm going to say no. You're not going to be able to roll anything that's going to... It's not anything that you can recall.
No. Well, that's not fun. So yeah. I don't think this gives us any insight into anything except...
So yeah, you saw plaque
Right now.
on the... So you go down to the third floor with your little invisible sprite. It finds a plaque on the northern wall. And you're able to sort of read it out to everybody. All players. And it is
Yeah,
able to
'cause-
tell you, walk through water with weapon in hand. Slake your shadow at the font. The vulture is the first step. Write the gods. The walls of history tell all.
Okay. Even more vague than the last.
Yeah.
I can't remember what the second one was.
The second warning?
Yeah, I was just reading the second one again because I couldn't remember what.
Um,
I didn't remember what it had.
So I think we should, we definitely haven't been going long enough to long rest, have we?
I
You
feel like
could.
we have at this
We're
point.
we're getting there.
Yeah.
You guys have been going for quite a while. The biggest concern would be finding a place you deem safe enough to attempt a long rest.
I feel like
Withers' office is pretty
Wither's
safe.
office might be the best. Did you only get the spell for Arcane Lock, or did you actually learn it? Dusty.
I haven't been able to learn like any spells.
Okay, I wasn't sure if that was one of your actual spells. or-
Yeah, we're not really in a spot where I have the capability of learning a lot of spells very quickly.
Okay. Well, then we can't make it safe that way.
I mean, I can put up my hut and I can put on an alert or an alarm.
Mhm.
And we technically already have one up in
You
Withers'
do figure that if Withers is still in the dungeon somewhere, that his office is probably a likely place he would return to.
Mhm.
So
But that would be his downfall. Do we want to try his office, or did we want to go to a room that we've already been in? Like,
We could use the dwarf room, couldn't we?
I don't know about that.
that one seems like a dangerous place too,
Yeah,
because there's probably more than just
I
those
think
3 or 4 dwarves that we
our
killed.
best chances are probably in the office.
What about up the where we just fought the mimic chest?
In the water, or do you mean
No,
like?
thank
like-
you.
Across like where the chest was.
That was tiny.
Yeah, that's kind of
Yeah.
tiny.
Eh.
Um,
how
And we'd
big
have
was
to
that
dedicate resources to getting across.
yeah. We can just push on until we find a more clear room.
I don't know how likely that'll be though. If we're gonna start another floor, like
What if we go? No, wait, we don't know that. That's out of game knowledge. Never mind.
we could use that. It'll be tough to get into again, I guess. But we could go into that little room where the genie was held up.
Yeah, that was. We have to find some way through that wine. I don't trust that room because we never went in it, and it's a fake. Not one of the other tombs, so I'm worried what's in that, like a vampire or something, would be even worse.
I'll be right back.
at
What
the
if-
moment, office is my vote. I can't think of anything better than that.
The head up here, up like to the north, it makes like moaning noises, right?
The walls
But
and
it's-
floor of this 15-foot square room are cracked and carved with images of terrified humanoids falling. In the middle of the floor is a stone bas-relief of a bearded devil face, painted green. Forlorn cries echo from within the black void of its gaping maw.
Can we sleep there though?
I mean, you can attempt to sleep anywhere. Whether you think anything is going to come across you.
Yeah. I think we should just like go to the fountain or something. The fountain's a nice place to set up a bubble.
But yeah,
Yeah. Because there's only one way in and out that we know of. That's what I'm more worried about.
All right.
okay.
Go then.
So we're gonna try to attempt a long rest at the fountain, and just make sure you.
After I already moved you all the way over here.
Well, unless something happens, we probably don't need to.
It's the Tomb of the Nine Gods. Something could happen all the time. Even I don't know if anything's going to happen. So you head back all the way to the fountain.
Yeah, it's a nice room. Don't drink the water.
Button up.
Okay. You. What's that hut called again? I just want-
Liam-
Lumen's
tiny
tiny hut.
Yeah, I couldn't remember the name of. Oops.
So-
Let's go back to.
Just to see if it's Hold all of us.
No, I know it will hold all of you. That's not my question. My question is, I can't remember if people can see the hut. Spells on the magic can extend through the dome or be cast through it. Yeah, I think I think you can all be seen inside it.
Mm-hmm. Just things can't get through.
Yeah.
The atmosphere inside is comfortable and dry, regardless of the weather outside.
Spell fails. Its area, a large creature or more. Creatures and objects within the dome you cast a spell can move through it freely. Barred from passing through it. Okay. So Dusty huts it up. You guys taking watch, or you're just gonna all go to sleep,
Yeah.
or?
I would say watch. Even though we still don't know what, like, there still might be things that can get through this dome. We want to keep.
Are you the people that are keeping watch? Are you going to do it outside the dome, or just basically you just sit there inside the dome watching?
It'd make more sense to sit in it, wouldn't it?
Well, can you see through it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just it's a dome of force.
Unless you make it opaque. But,
Oh yeah, you can make it.
like
you
you
can
could
make it
you could
opaque.
change the exterior of it, but
Do you want it to be clear or do you want it to be opaque? If it's opaque, we can't see through it, and we gotta take watch outside.
Probably clear then, because no matter what, they're gonna see the hut.
yeah.
Oh, clear.
So yeah, it's clear.
So in the hut, out the hut.
In.
Okay. So, Jez, when your watch comes around after a few hours, you're sitting up while everybody else is asleep. You see 2 or 3 dwarves. They kind of pass by the entrance to the room, heading towards where the statue was. Like you just see like
Oh, no.
dwarves start to like go past. They don't seem. None of them seem to really like look down the hallway. They just seem to just be like going forward. And then you hear like hammering and tinkering, and you hear like noises, and you hear dwarves at work.
Okay, and if I hear hammering, I'm going to wake people up because I need to not be in here when that gets active. So I would wake everyone and I say, Dusty, stay here because otherwise the dome of force will disappear.
Alright.
And I would rush out to stop this hammering.
Okay, so you find 3 dwarves. You kind of run out. There's 3 dwarves with the funny masks, similar to the ones you've seen before, that seem to be repairing the statue.
Oh god.
And trying like a couple of them seem to be just like they seem to have these tools that are kind of reset. Like they seem to be resetting everything back to the way it was.
Yeah.
And they all kind of look at you.
Sword, right?
Yep.
Yep.
So they all kind of look at you, and yeah, they just kind of drop what they're doing, pull out weapons, and it's initiative time.
Yeah. Oh, it's on, little kids.
So roll initiative.
Oh good.
I am not there.
Well, you're there in spirit.
Yeah,
You can yell things at everybody if you want to.
you could also cast like buffs if you have any on people that leave.
The dome lasts for 8 hours regardless.
It does, but I think if you leave, it dispels
It gets
itself.
destroyed.
I suppose you could always just set another one up, but
I need dragon bait, artists, and I need the dwarves. Artist is actually going to get a 20. He's a light sleeper. Dragon bait's going to get a 10. Dwarves are going to get a 14. Dwarves are just, they're going to replace the mimic, I guess. Toomba dwarves. 18. Descending. Artists sort of shakes off the cobwebs. Gets up, gets his stuff. Doesn't have time to put any armor or anything on, really. Or, like, sort of... He kind of just grabs his weapons, gets out, and he moves, you know, like, basically to here, and that's about all he can do. Jez, you are, like, right in the middle of the room with the dwarves. I gotta remember what the dwarves actually are.
Would I have?
Oh, I know what they are.
weapon? I just realized.
I would say that you grabbed your weapon. I would say you, if you were going there with the intent of stopping them from rebuilding the thing, you would have brought your weapon and your shield with you.
Okay.
And you probably would have had all your armor and stuff on for your turn at watch.
Oh, for my watch.
Yeah, because why
I
wouldn't
am
you?
the badass now. Although it doesn't affect my AC terribly. I will go for the first one.
That's definitely it.
And I will make it a trip.
Please roll high so I don't have to look up what your score is. I rolled a 16, so he is good.
Yeah.
I know he does not have a negative.
And then I will...
God, I can't find his stat block, though.
Well,
There we
this is
go.
going to be bad because I'm going to shield bash him with my bonus action. So, give me an acrobatics or athletics. Beat a 14.
He will do athletics? Yeah. No. He is hit by your shield bash.
So he's not prone.
Yep.
And then this, with advantage, didn't need a stab.
So 13, 21 damage. Okay.
I'm mad enough. I'll action surge.
Okay.
And then just keep wailing at this dwarf on the ground until he dies. So another 8 piercing.
Yep. Still alive.
And once more.
Still alive. He seems pretty badly hurt. As you continue to just pummel on him.
I hope he is.
Tomb dwarves go. All three of them are going to surround you. One of them's going to take the one on the ground. No, the other two first are just going to swing at you. How many attacks? That many attacks.
So many attacks.
So many attacks. 15 ain't gonna hit you. A 23 will.
Yeah. The one that rolled the 15 I will repost.
Yep.
Yeah, it's gonna hit. We're
Nice.
just- It's still an extra attack.
So 10 damage to this guy. Next guy is going to attack. Oh, don't lose my dice. One hit, one miss. Oh, I forgot to roll damage for the hit.
I thought you were just doing them all at once.
6 6 slashing damage. No, he's using it 2 hands. I'm gonna roll that again. So it's 6 anyway. 6 slashing damage from his battle axe.
Mm-hmm.
He's got nothing in the other hand. Why wouldn't he two-hand it? The other one, we had a hit and a miss. 7 slashing damage. The one that you beat up is going to climb back to its feet. It's going to attempt to life drain you. Whew, 25 versus AC.
He's gonna hit.
7 necrotic damage. Give me a Constitution saving throw. And you are okay. Just the damage.
Pretty steely.
And he's going to make another attack for 21 versus AC.
That also hits.
And 7 more slashing damage. And that is the dwarves. Pyro.
Are we fully healed?
No, you did
No.
not complete it.
Okay.
This is like
You gotta-
3 hours into your rest.
So I will have attuned to the ring by now.
Yes. You could have done that before you went to sleep. You were also not wearing your armor because you were asleep.
Yep. I will grab my sword and shield.
Yep.
And where are we? Where exactly?
Like probably behind the fountain.
Okay.
You were also getting up from prone.
Okay.
So you're going to lose half your
Oh.
movement for prone.
I'll make it the 15
Because
feet.
Ches didn't really wait till you guys were up and ready.
Nope.
He just woke you up and ran.
I do not want that activated.
Yeah, so I'll be like right beside Artis, I guess.
Yeah,
My
Artis.
shield,
You
my
see
sword.
Artis basically pressed up against the wall, like looking solid snake style down the
I'll
hallway.
be on the opposite side then.
Okay. Dragon bait. Grab his sword, get up, and put himself beside Artis. Skeleton. How's that still there?
A skeleton.
Skeleton kind of walks over, sees all this shit going down, and he just turns around and leaves. Wacky.
Okay. I'll. So if I head out to where everyone else is sort of hanging out right now, will I have a line of sight to the dwarves?
If you go up against the wall, no.
No. If I,
But
like,
if you
walked
just
out.
stand in like the middle of the hallway, yeah, you'd probably
Yeah,
see at
that's
least
fine.
one of them.
What are the weapons they're using?
Battle axes, and they seem to have little crossbows like tied to their belts too. But they all seem to be battle axing it up.
On the one that Jez did up, I'm going to cast heat metal on his weapon.
Yee, that's a crit.
That's good for Wacky.
23 con save. And does he still get the damage? I can't remember.
Yes. So it says the
Takes...
target does not drop the object.
Let me see.
Back over it.
I think it's slightly worded weird.
Heat
Any
metal.
creature in physical contact with the object takes 2d8 fire damage when you cast the spell.
And then if the creature is holding or wearing the object and takes
Takes damage from it. So okay, so the check is to see if you drop it.
Yeah.
Okay. So he is dead.
So he drops it.
No, it's like seared onto his flesh. Like he's never gonna be able to drop it again.
Smells bad.
Yeah, that smell ain't gonna come out of this hallway anytime soon.
Good thing the hut is climate controlled.
There you go. Dusty, if he wants to do anything. I don't think Dusty can shoot things out through the
No.
dome, can he?
No.
Spells
I
can
can't.
Yeah,
pass through
just
it.
stay where you are.
Dusty can cheer the party on.
He continues his long rest.
I try not to fall asleep.
Dusty regrets not taking one level of Bard, so he could use cutting words or whatever, and just shout insults from inside the dome at whatever's down the hall.
Oh, that'd be vicious mockery.
Vicious mockery. That's what I'm
I
thinking
just
of.
realized what I should have blew my horn. That would have been a better attack.
Artis is going to take a couple pot shots down the hall at any dwarf he can see. That's a miss. You're terrible at this, Artis. You're terrible at using your bow. That one's gonna hit. Yeah, it'll hit.
Isn't his dagger better?
Yeah, he doesn't really want to run in there and get waylaid by some dwarves. He figures you handle it. He's also not wearing his armor either, so he's like, you've got it. You've got it,
Yeah,
tiny man.
He was wearing leathers just like me.
Well, he was asleep, and you woke him up to deal with some bullshit. He's like, my stuff's leather. It's not going to get attracted to the magnet thing. It's fine. Jez, it is your turn again.
Yeah. I got less things I can do this time.
I also don't remember any of his offensive spells off the top of my head. At least, I don't remember any ones that would not also encompass you for a ton of damage.
Yeah. I will attack the one that I had reposted. And I will...
yeah. That is
I will
also
try-
the one wacky... No, the one that Artis shot. Artis shot him.
I'll try to trip him.
He's probably going to get out of this. No, he is tripped.
And then I'll
Now Artis
make
is
this...
never going to hit him.
He could attack the other one. With advantage, another 10 damage.
Nice rhyme.
He is hurt, but he is still alive.
Okay.
He stands back up. He attempts to life drain you. That's crit.
Ow.
I don't think it's that much damage from these guys, but
13 necrotic damage. Give me a Constitution saving throw. Oh,
I think I'm good.
Boo,
Yeah,
boo
that's covered
says
on
the
the
dwarf.
one.
Yeah.
He tries to attack you again for 14 versus AC.
That's a miss, and I'm gonna repost that one.
Okay. Oh yeah, you are. Yeah, I forgot you're the one that's actually still in.
no.
And
That's a
your
miss.
riposte is a miss. The other one's going to attempt to life drain you for 20 versus AC, and he'll swing at you for a miss.
Am I close enough to cutting words?
What do you need? 30?
Yeah.
Probably.
Alright, I'm gonna try.
Yeah. That'll miss.
Okay.
I only needed a 2 or better.
No, this is still a weapon attack. Pyro.
Did the second hit on him miss?
Yes.
Okay. Just making sure it
Yep.
wasn't
I'm gonna move to the one closest to me, I guess.
Okay. So Pyro is now filling the hallway, so all you ranged people are kind of screwed.
And scooch to the side.
You're not gonna... It's kind of... They're basically surrounding Jez. Jez is kind of in the middle of this hallway, and they all kind of rushed in to surround him. So where's my pointy thing? I have my pointy thing. So, like, you can basically stand here and swing, but you're not going to be able to kind of get past them. Because you got, like, one here.
carve a hole.
There's, like, a dead one. The other one's probably, like, over here at this point.
Either carve a hole or let Dragonbait carve a giant hole.
And then... whatever, I'm just gonna hit this one then.
Yep.
Gotta be getting weak at this point.
That is the non-weak one.
Yeah.
Ah.
That's a hit, though.
Crit, damn it!
They are undead, so
Oh.
you can roll your
Oh, yeah.
undead dice, too.
And 8. And I'll give him a Divine Smite too. Which is another...
Oh, no, Divine Smite
a-
is...
Still need an extra D8.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. Because they're undead, you get an extra D8 on Divine Smite. Unless
Okay,
you're
then
casting
I
it
was
at,
gonna
like,
say, how do you have spell slots left? But that's level 2 and
They're
up, you were
level
wasting them
1.
all.
yeah.
Level 1s, you haven't been wasting them all.
Yep.
Just 2s and 3s.
So,
So-
yeah, I'll use 2 Divine Smites. 1 on each of those. So,
It is still hanging on by a
It'll be-
thread.
another 2 more D8s.
yeah.
There you go.
That
The
is enough to
extra
finish him off.
I think he carved a hole.
And then
Yeah.
I will move through said hole.
Yep. Dragon Bait will come by, and it's
Just
dead.
exploded.
And it fucking evaporates. And that is it. There's no more dwarves.
I will undo any work they did.
That you see, some of the statue has been kind of like rebuilt, and then there's kind of there's like a new shield that's kind of like leaning up against the wall.
Mhm.
Like it looks like the old, like the other iron shield that was on there, but it's not attached to the statue yet. They were still kind of like mending it and building it. It's just kind of like they brought it from the warehouse and they just kind of leaned it up.
What did the dwarves have on them? Just hammers and
Just seem to be tools of some kind. As far
hammers
as,
and like crossbows
yep,
and swords.
yeah. The Sararak
Okay.
doesn't really give them money.
I wasn't
And
sure.
they haven't been smart enough to unionize yet, so yeah, they have like next to nothing on them.
I'm going to drag the shield in with us.
Okay.
Just all the way down.
Well, it's like the size of a regular shield. You can pick it up.
I probably won't pick it up. And let's go back to sleep.
Yep.
Fuck these doors.
So, Couple more hours pass,
More doors.
and you guys hear. What is your what is the order of your watch? I guess it doesn't really matter. If I ask you guys, does it take too long? Pyro is up. He's doing the watch, and Pyro hears
roll it.
thumping. Pyro hears thumping, like very heavy footfalls, thudding down the hallway, like somewhere off in the distance, but they seem to be slowly kind of getting louder. Like at least two big heavy things are kind of like marching around up on this first floor. Give me a perception check. Yeah.
Yes.
Nice.
Great.
They could be getting louder and closer, you're not sure.
They could be getting louder, or they could be getting bigger.
They could be getting bigger. They could have, like, something could be casting enlarge on them over and over again. They're just bigger and bigger.
What would that even be?
Walking
Probably
Tomb Guardians.
Yeah.
You do
Probably the
remember
flesh
running into
golems.
some things in the tomb that were like giant flesh golems with plate armor welded to them.
Are we casting any sort of light in the room?
Nah, probably. Well, yeah, something is probably lit up, so otherwise you're pretty
Yeah.
useless.
So we could
Watch.
see. Yeah.
When Wacky was doing watch, I would say no. But if anybody else is doing watch, yeah, you would have light. Or Pyro, you would probably have a torch, because there's nothing to continually cast light for you.
I could give him light for an hour. That's about it. Like as we switch watches.
I'm gonna try to like cover the flame, not put it out, but just like put something so like the light is casting backwards now instead of towards the door.
Like put your shield
So there's
around
like
it?
shadows.
Yeah.
There's like light and shadows just broadcasting around the round room, like behind you.
Yeah.
Okay. So there's like, if anybody looks down the hall, they'll see this amazing looking like shadow puppet show. Okay. So you wait, and after a few minutes, they definitely start to sound like they're coming closer and closer. And you're pretty sure that they're in the room adjacent to you, but like further back down the hall, kind of where like Jez got like sucked through.
I'm gonna start waking people up and be like, probably some giant heavy feet here now. Just get ready.
They can't get through.
Yeah, they can't, but like, they're here. But beware. We may
I should have
have
been casting heat metal on these guys.
So you see like two large bodies kind of like come into view down the hallway, and they start kind of like poking, almost like like with no understanding of really what they're looking at. They're just kind of like nudging and kicking the dead bodies of the dwarves that are just like lying on the ground where you killed them. And then they just sort of start... You see the buckets on, like, the bucket heads start to kind of peer around, and then they look at your shadow puppet show, like, all casting up on the wall here. And one of them just starts just marching forward, just thump, thump with authority, and the other one starts marching back this way.
Oh, shit.
And that is where we are going to leave things for next time, with a Tomb Guardian approaching our sleeping party, or our dozing party, probably at this point, and the other one marching off.
Sleep.
The other one marching off to go get his gun, or who knows. That will do it for Dungeons and Dragons this time. I'm sorry, loyal viewers. They're still all alive. I am failing you. I will try harder next time.
We did get rid of one more party member. Papa Zodal. May he
Good.
run hell.
He could still come back.
Yeah, but he's not for now.
So that'll do it for Dungeons and Dragons this week. Join us next week as we continue to hopefully kill somebody off in this place that they're all trapped in forever. So come back and be trapped here forever with us too. Thanks for coming. Where's my
We should
stupid
have all
ending?
rested at the door.
See you
what
next
we
time,
did the
guys.
first time.
Bye.